We are live. Excellent connection, apparently. Live streaming isn't available right now. Good Lord. Why does it always do that? All right, well, someone tell us if we're live. We have the worst
we're going
intros,
live.
don't we?
We're live.
Okay.
Actually, we're not live. It's your ad that's running right now.
His ad?
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome, guys, to the Drinking Buddies, episode 9, back in business. It's been a while for some of us. Dave has been pretty consistent, but myself, I've been away for some time. And as Vino, you've been doing some reorganizing of your brand.
That's correct.
So we wanted to kind of take this opportunity to kind of like relaunch, and we're back in the game, back making some cocktail videos. As you can see, things are different for me. There's no more bar cart, which is kind of sad. I got to do like a send-off video for that bar cart.
You have to do half.
I moved recently, and what's great about our new place is that I was able to build this home bar. So Rob's Home Bar is a little more kind of authentic and official now. It's not done yet. I got a lot of renos still to do, but you see it's pretty cool. I got a lot of bottles hanging there, and I really hope those shelves hold up. And Vino, what's been going on with you?
I mean, you were technically Rob's home cart for a long time. So.
Rob's Home Bar cart.
See, you're just catching up. You're catching up.
Exactly, I'm catching up to the brand.
I'm still waiting for him to burn the cart or give it away.
I think we're gonna have to fly at half staff. The flags in Canada.
We're probably gonna try to give it away or sell it or something. But I got to do, like I said, I got to do a proper send off video.
Yeah, you totally should, man. Totally.
It's just sitting in my living room right now, just empty. It looks pretty sad.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for showing up. I can't see who's on. Well, actually, I see it's Iceman. We got Sean.
We got a few people that have joined the chat. A few guests have joined the chat, so we're gonna bring them on shortly.
Cool.
But hey, we got Sean. We've got Iceman. And who else? There are only 2 viewers at the moment.
There's another one.
The crew.
Another one just came in.
That's my wife. That's it.
The cheat code, huh? Left, right. Happy marriage.
Exactly. Up, down, right. So I mean, I did my little brand change as well. You guys didn't know, but now I'm also a life coach. And I wanted to find a way to kind of integrate that a little bit into the cocktail stuff. And so that's what I'm doing going forward. Still making banging ass cocktails with a little bit of, motivation, inspirational stuff in the middle. So it'll be fun.
So Vino is going to help me be a better version of me.
The best.
Which really won't take much help. Get a step above.
And the thing is too, I focus on men. That's my niche. So.
Oh, Damo is here.
Oh wow, Damo! Look at that. We haven't seen him in a while.
Master your glass. Hey.
Hey, what's up, brother?
We're having a great group of guys and gals showing up.
Shall I bring in some of our guest folk?
So we got Las Vegas up in this place. We got China.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got Philadelphia. Where's Sean? Sean, where are you, Sean? Put in the comments where you're from. I'm not sure we know where you're from. Hey, Bonnie's in the house. Where's Bonnie? She's out. She's Midwest, right? I think.
She's I think she's in the. She's in the lobby. Do you want me to bring our guests in?
Sure,
what do we hold off? Who do we got?
One moment.
We got
some more people get in.
We got Bonnie at one drink.
She's Tennessee. She's down. She's a Southern gal.
Yep.
Oh, and Sean is from Tim's country, out in Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm from the land of ice and snow. More so now than
you're even more snow than you're way up there. If I could get any
closer to Alaska, I'd be right on the line for Alaska and Canada.
What are the natives called out there in not Eskimos? Like what are the natives in
that's derogatory now.
In Canada, what do you call? Is Eskimo derogatory?
Yeah, it's indigenous.
I think it is.
You refer to people as indigenous, and there's
Inuits.
Inuit, yeah.
Nope.
I think Eskimo it used to be used, but now it's kind of like you don't use that. I don't think it's super derogatory, but it's one of those.
Eliam is now in New York. He's no longer in Columbia, so he's right over here in New York. He's a few hours upstate. He's near you. He's probably closer to you than me, Rob. He's in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, so he's upstate New York. And Damo, you're still out in China, right? I'm not sure where in China, but I know he's in China.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so same here, Damo. We've all been taking little breaks, and we're back at it.
That's it. We're ready to rock and roll, man.
Absolutely. And to do that, we need a cocktail to start.
Let's go. So I think we start with the host here. Well, actually, we're all the host, but with the guy with the new house, the guy with the new home.
All right.
Why don't we
Okay.
Christian? We're gonna Christian Rob's bar.
There we go. Let's do it.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Everybody,
Let's
round of
do it.
applause.
All right.
Okay,
So we got a
and-
nice slideshow here.
Yeah, so
I'm going to be starting.
So
no,
everybody
that
is
not me.
aware, Rob. We're going to tell them today's theme is stirred cocktails.
Thank
Yes,
you, Dave.
that's right.
Thank you.
That's
So
important.
stirred cocktails is the theme. We figured we'd do some nice stiff cocktails, and it's near the end of the summer. Give everyone a break from. I'm sure everyone's been drinking Hawaiian tiki cocktails and all that, all those sugar bombs. So let's get some nice stir drinks in there. So the first one I'm making is called the Butler's Tipple. I found this one on Difford's Guide. I am modifying the recipe slightly. Originally there was 1 ounce of cognac. I'm putting 1.5 ounces. And there was also, I put the bar spoon simple syrup optional. I thought it was when I made it originally, I thought it was too sweet. I think you get enough sugar from the yellow chartreuse and the Suze, and it's just a really nice drink. So let's get her going. We've got, mixing glass. I'm going to get my ingredients.
Get her done.
Yellow. It's nice.
What's
yellow
everybody
green
drinking
shirt.
tonight? What do they got? What do you got in your glass, or what do you intend to put in your glass? It looks. I see. Matt has something crushed, something with crushed ice. What could that be?
Oh,
From what I understand, Matt is going to be making Tim's hot dog old fashioned.
hot dog old fashioned.
Did you
I
guys
don't think I
not
saw that video.
Yeah, Tim.
Does he
made a
use hot dog water or something?
Hot dog water, yeah.
Are you serious? I was
I
kind of
swear.
joking. Oh, good
No,
lord.
it's hot dog. It's hot dog water. I think it's a hot dog water simple syrup.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's
Well,
I mean, it's
you
actually
need some
kind of
nutrients
like,
with your cocktail. Come on.
it's actually kind
Yeah.
of ingenious, but at the same time,
Thank
it
you.
sounds absolutely disgusting.
all right. So he's having that later, and right now he's having Gnome's cocktail, sips for nips.
All right, and okay, so we got our 1.5 ounces of Courvoisier cognac. It's the best stuff. Half an ounce of yellow chartreuse, and then half an ounce of Suze. I'm actually working on a homemade gentian liqueur, so look for that in the coming months.
That's going to be interesting.
Mainly because my Suze bottle is almost done, and I don't think I'll be able to get another one. So I had to resort to making my own.
I don't think I can actually get that up here.
I had to go to Quebec to get it.
Hmm.
But even there, it's very scarce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's the fancy ice machine back there, and here we go, Andrew stir.
Is Andrew joining us for breakfast there? Or what?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
said he
know.
was. He'd be like still up from the previous. Like he's into Saturday morning already.
Yeah.
But he's probably
Right.
it's probably too early for him to drink.
Probably
Like,
be
he's
up,
probably passed
right?
out. He's probably
Yeah.
passed out.
No. He's probably not. No.
So Sean is having a Captain's Blood, which is a daiquiri riff. Hey, Sean, what's the specs on that? Sounds pretty interesting. Sean says he can't really get Suze.
And I actually forgot my peeler upstairs, so I will forego the lemon peel for now. But that's what I would be garnishing with. But there it is.
You have a bar, man. You're supposed to.
I know.
keep a bar.
I know. It's I need to buy another one because there's
You have to get out of the
peeler.
bar cart mentality.
Well, we need the peeler in the kitchen, so I have to buy a second one for.
You have to buy a
down here.
second
But there it
one.
is, guys. The Butler's Tipple.
Looks good. Nice color.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he only used 1/4 ounce there.
Did I get it wrong?
Oh, Nicholas is in the house. What's up, Nicholas?
Oh, why does it always revert back?
You got your own cocktail recipe wrong? What's wrong with you, brother?
Hey, he's pulling a David, right?
No,
He's got Dave. He's got
did a half ounce of
He's
each.
got first bar jitters. That's what it
Did
is.
you only use
New
1/4
bar
ounce of
jitters.
chartreuse to? Oh, to ration it. Oh no. Oh, that's what you meant, to ration it. No, I actually have. It's the green chartreuse is actually the one that is kind of being scarce right now in Ottawa or everywhere really.
I thought it was
So my
both.
green.
I thought it was both.
Well, lately we have like an abundance of yellow. I still have quite a bit of yellow, and I actually have a full bottle of a special edition yellow. So
Oh.
I've got a lot of, and I have Strega, which is like pretty much the same thing.
That's pretty much the
So
same thing.
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
good.
lots of yellow. It's actually the green that is scarce at the moment. So yeah, here we go. The Butler's Tipple. It's delicious. It's ounce and a half of cognac, much better than the single ounce, and it makes. I still get the yellow, get the nice bitterness from the Suze, but yeah, the previous the version on Difford's I found just way too sweet, and this is much better.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we could use a little female energy around here. What do you think?
We got two people waiting, and you want me to bring them both in?
Why don't we spread it out a little bit?
Let's spread it out. All right, we're going to bring in Bonnie, 1 drink 3.
Hey,
Bart,
there she
hello.
is.
How's
Hey,
it going?
Bonnie, how you doing?
All the way from
Hello.
Tennessee.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got
loud
you.
and clear.
We can.
All right, folks. This is Bonnie from 1 Drink 3 Bars. She has a great channel. One of her gimmicks that I love is that she makes a cocktail and then she goes to 3 other bars to try their versions of it. It's one of my favorite things on YouTube. I think it's so fun.
Thanks. I need to make
Yeah, it's pretty
more
cool.
like that.
What's that?
I need to make more episodes like that. I was trying to do
Oh.
like one every quarter.
Those are so fun. So fun.
So that it's funny because that premise in Ottawa just wouldn't work because there are no bars that actually make proper cocktails.
That's
Oh,
the fun of
no,
it.
there's a couple of bars that make
there's a few.
cocktails. It's beer with beer. Come on, get it right.
Well, I mean,
what have you
there's,
done so far like that, Bonnie? I think you did a whiskey sour was one of them, right?
So the very
These are
first one I ever did was an old fashioned. Then I did a whiskey sour, Negroni, Mai Tai, and the newest one's espresso martini.
Ooh.
Which one did you find was varied the most?
Did you piss off the whole state of Wisconsin?
Was it the whiskey sour? Was it the one that really, or the old fashioned? I have to imagine the old fashioned actually.
I think the most varied one was either the espresso martini or the Mai Tai. Because Mai Tai, you kind of
Oh,
Yeah.
you did Mai Tai. You did Mai Tai also?
I think I saw I saw the Mai Tai. That was a while ago.
And the espresso martini, like some of them, like obviously didn't have espresso or anything that would make it like foamy.
Some people are
Yeah.
putting
They all
Parmesan on top, and
I would
Nobody
imagine.
did Nobody,
the Mai
I'm
Tai is
surprised.
so
That would have been
random.
good if somebody would have tried to pull that. I
has anyone
haven't
tried the Parm? Has anyone here tried the Parmesan?
I did. It was.
espresso?
It's weak sauce. It's weak sauce.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
it'll give it a
never.
little salty, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't drink cocktails to have cheese.
Yeah.
If I wanted cheese,
Has anyone-
I'd go,
have you tried
I'd
it
go
with- have you
cut
tried it
some
with
cheese,
cheddar?
have some crackers, and enjoy myself with a whiskey.
It was fine at best. I mean, I didn't get it.
well,
I didn't get it.
here's-
It was
the,
a gimmick.
the next phase is going to be an Irish coffee, and then you, because it'll be hot, you'll melt a slice of American cheese right on top.
I'd rather
Oh,
put a
no,
donut
no,
on. I'd
no.
rather shred a donut on it and get some coffee and donut together.
There you go. Yeah.
So Bonnie, you making anything tonight for us?
Oh, so I made just an old fashioned, and
Nice.
the two interesting things about it, I just got this. It's
Oh yeah, I have that one.
Bourbon?
Oh, I don't have
Yep.
it.
it's
available.
a bottle and bond, so it's 100 proof. It's 30% rye and 65% corn, so it's kind of got a little
I mean,
spice to it.
you like that, eh? You know, you like the high rye.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to tell everyone about these. They are great value cocktail cherries.
No way.
And they're kind of almost like a knockoff of Luxardo. They're not quite as good, but they are.
What will Walmart not
they're
do?
these.
Okay, so here's the
Is that the Walmart brand? I've never.
If this
Yeah,
is
great value.
If
as
those
Walmart.
are the
I-
They're
Walmart
like-
brand, what's the price point?
$3.99.
Wow.
Okay.
And then-
compared to the,
I got
these are
them
the
$25
regular
Luxardo
cherries.
bottles.
And these are in like a plastic bottle, and they splurged on these because these are like the classier ones, I guess. But yeah, they're I put them in this. It's the first time I've tried them. They're definitely worth like $4. Like if you're,
I
trying
remember
to get a great value. That's the
Vino
brand.
and I like broke the internet, broke Instagram once. Doing a which cocktail cherry do you prefer?
Oh yeah, that's right.
The neon
Yeah.
red or the Luxardo.
Yeah.
And I am not ashamed to say that for an old fashioned Luxardo all the way, but for almost everything else, the neon reds are fantastic.
Well, and
It
then
depends.
they-
If you're gonna
They've
do
got the
it's
crunch.
old-fashioned, you have to.
I
They
like
look
the crunch
nice.
of the of a neon red cherry has a crunch. The Luxardos are too squishy. They taste really good, but they're very soft.
I think the thing is, I don't like the neon ones at all. Like I don't even like. I don't even like them. I don't even like them on ice cream. Like when we have like a Sunday.
When I was a kid, I could eat
I'll
them
give
right out
to
of the
my daughter.
friggin' jar.
Yeah, no. Hey, by the way, Eliam, we also Puerto Ricans. We also do the hot chocolate and cheese. That's like a thing, and I think it might be a very Latin American thing. What we do is we melt cheese and cheddar cheese in hot chocolate. It's a
but
thing.
you're using cheddar cheese. That's a different. You're
Yeah,
adding
yeah.
cream and fat, and that works.
It's so
But-
good.
But grated Parmesan cheese is very rarely is it all Parmesan cheese.
You see, what Livio says, I tried the Parmesan espresso martini on my show. Another creator made it for me, and it tasted like Bailey's at some point. That's actually, he's 100% right. Especially when you get to the bottom of it and it starts to kind of melt together, it does start to taste like Bailey's.
Well, it tastes like to me, it would taste like the bottom of the neon red, the neon ones. It tastes like a amaretto. It's got that almond marzipan-y flavor.
Oh no.
You're talking about a completely different thing, Rob.
Are we?
I'm talking about the
Yeah,
espresso.
I was
I'm still talking about your cherry.
I'm still going.
Me
I
and
was
Dave
reading
are on
the
the
chat.
same
I got
page.
lost.
That's right. Hey, Dave, how you doing, Dave?
I'm good.
I was reading the chat. Hey.
So what else is
Andy.
new, Bonnie? What else is new, Bonnie?
Not a lot. I put out my first video in like 3 weeks this morning, so go watch that.
I think we're all getting back on the horse.
Yeah,
That's cool. I've been on a little break for a
lot
while.
of times when I don't have a video coming up and you guys do your like hashtag competitions, I guess there aren't really competitions, but it kind of like
We're
gets
colleagues.
people
We're
moving.
colleagues.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's been a lot of movement, a lot of change for a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
Pretty
Hopefully
much,
we get our girl Ann back. She's in the chat right now.
She's in the
joined.
chat right there.
We'd love to see-
And Kill
we'd love to
Devil's
see Ann's
here
back
as
Who's
well.
that? Kill Devil's here. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So listen, let me make
I
my.
think he's waiting in the lobby.
So I'm making something called, and Livio, you might like this one. It's an Italian one. It's called Burr Leone. It is one of the best Negroni riffs I've ever had. I mean, I love it. And since I've made it a few times, and I got a short coming out with it soon.
So
get perspective
it's
there?
a Negroni riff, but it's got no Campari.
Was sorry?
It's got cheese.
Or did-
Well,
did
it's
I
got
get-
the Cynar. It's Cynar.
I-
It's got
okay,
Cynar
every
with the
single
So the
Italian
Chinar
snacks
takes the place of the Campari then.
But he's using
Yeah.
a dry vermouth, so it's not
For
going to be as sweet.
For
Yeah,
a second,
exactly.
I was
Using a dry
thinking. For a second, I was thinking I got the specs wrong in the graphic.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Don't say that.
Anyway, since I've had this, man, I absolutely love it. It's so delicious. So even though I haven't been filming, I have definitely still been partaking in the the beverages.
So is it a regular exploration, or
I'm sorry?
is everybody staying with the time-tested, those true cocktails that you like?
in their time off,
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been still experimenting, man. I rarely have the same cocktail twice at this point.
I basically was my liquor was all boxed up until like a week ago.
Oh, you
So
didn't even have options.
I did not have options. I went out, and when the summer started getting when it started getting warm, I went out and bought because I still everything, like I said, everything was packed out. I went and bought the ingredients to make margaritas, to make Negronis, things like that. So I had a couple options, but that was about it.
Were any of your margaritas blue?
No.
You don't know what you're missing. Blue cocktails are the best. Just ask me.
Well, it's funny you say that.
It doesn't
Dave.
add flavor; it just adds color.
Nah.
So listen.
Blue is important.
So Matt challenged me, Tim, and Doc to make cocktails an old fashioned based on our home football team. And so, speaking of blue cocktails, and so I made one for the New York Giants, and they all come out on Sunday. So keep an eye out for those guys. And I made a gin version, and I used this gin from New York, but I also use blue curacao, so it is a blue cocktail.
Yeah.
Which something which I don't usually do. I reserve that for Dave. I don't want to copyright infringement. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's a blue cocktail I'm dying to try, but I got to make a phone call with somebody because I got to make sure I get the specs right.
Yeah, I
He's on
called
this
the.
channel. He knows exactly who I'm talking about.
I did that recently. I have a cocktail I want to make, and I was getting very conflicting, information on one of the ingredients, and so I called the author of the cocktail. Not called him, I DM'd him, and he gave me the exact specs, and I was like, oh, awesome!
Nice.
So that'll be coming up soon.
So here's a question.
And it's complete.
Well,
What he said is completely different from the 16 sources that I checked.
yeah. So that's an interesting question. In the cocktail world, you have your standard versions of cocktails, but when you go online to look at something, you have 3 million different versions. How do you differentiate, or how does everybody that's either on with us or in the chat differentiate what is your best version? Now, is your best version the original, or is it something that you've slightly modified to suit your taste? It's an important question.
I mean, to me, if I'm looking for, I look to compare first. If I see the same recipe on multiple sites, then I can make a fair assumption that is the proper recipe because it's being referenced on multiple websites. Whereas sometimes, like, one person will do it one way, and then but everyone else does it this way. It's like, well, they're probably doing it right. This guy's probably doing it differently. If it's completely different all around, then I try to do some research to find what is the original version, but also I look at what to me seems like the best version.
That's what I do. Honestly, I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time, so I try to just go with what looks balanced at the very least, and then I'll try it out.
Yeah.
And,
especially because if you look, like, the one thing I try to avoid, especially in Canada, is taking recipes from restaurant websites because they always lower the amount of alcohol.
Big time.
So most drinks. Cheers, Vino.
Cheers,
Yep,
cheers,
cheers.
folks. Dave, I know you don't got much there, but cheers.
Not yet.
Give me a
Most,
second.
most cocktails are at least like 2 ounces something. So your base spirit is usually 2 ounces. So restaurants tend to go like 1.5 or even 1. So if that's the recipe on the web, like, that's probably not the accurate drink recipe. All right, Vino, tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so good. I mean, it's you get the botanicals from the gin, and the bitterness from the chinar, and then the dry vermouth really kind of smooths it out. It's a dry cocktail, super easy, super smooth. I really love it. And this is one of those cocktails where the orange zest actually makes a huge difference. And I'm like, garnish ain't really a big deal. This is one of those
funny.
Those oils are really making this cocktail pop.
Yeah,
it's funny. That's how I feel about martinis. I always
martinis are one of those. Yeah,
martinis, like, it's such an iconic drink. When I started drinking it, it's like I was kind of like forcing myself to like it, even though I didn't like it. But
I love that.
But then I realized that what I'm not liking is the olive. And I wasn't getting like a dirty martini, but just the olive garnish being in there. Enough of those oils are going in, and I don't like the brininess. So the first time I had a gin martini with a lemon twist instead of an olive, and those lemon oils on top and no salty brininess, and I was like, wow, this is delicious. So and I love olives.
But do you like the Gibson?
I've never had the Gibson, actually.
You know what? Actually, in the comments, let us know a cocktail that you've had that you like now that you didn't like when you first started drinking them. And don't say Negroni because that's an easy one. But what's another cocktail that you didn't like and now you like?
All right, should we bring in our next guest?
Yeah,
Well,
bring it in.
let's see what everybody is saying.
Hey,
A lot of people pull back on the citrus a little bit so they can get more of that spirit forward flavor. Try to make the original, but if I'm making a specific cocktail, but often then mod them to taste. So this is actually really interesting because people want the originals, but they also want something that just perfectly kind of suits them. And I'm curious, and there's a couple of other people on here, including Jer and Livio, because I know Livio once told me that a good cocktail should be slightly forgiving. So if you make a little bit of an adjustment, that cocktail should go with it. And it's fantastic.
That's a very good piece of advice. I peel back. I tend to peel back on the sweetness because I actually like my cocktails very dry anyway. So I do. That's where I tend to hold back. If I see a speck and I'm like, man, that looks like a little too much, I'll peel back and normally be satisfied with that.
Yeah. All right, Jared, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you for inviting me to join you. This is very exciting, and I've laughed more in the first 20 minutes than I have in a long time.
Tell people about your channel. What's your
Yes.
theme? What's the name
Yeah,
of the
absolutely.
channel? What's the theme? What's going on?
Yeah. Well, my channel is Kill Devil Rum and Cocktails. Rum is an old colonial era term for rum. Back then, it was rum was so harsh that it was thought it was strong enough and fiery enough to kill the devil itself.
Yep.
So I really do focus on rum cocktails is what I'm focusing on right now. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, before you go on, a big hello to
This-
Trevor, one of the
This stuff is
one of the
strong enough to kill.
legends, one of the legends of the community. How you doing, Trevor? Hope you're well.
Trevor!
Pal. We miss
Good
you,
to
brother.
see ya.
We miss you. We miss you, pal.
Yay.
So what are you drinking today, Jeremy?
I've actually got a Cuban old fashioned. It's funny that you mentioned stirred drinks. That's what I went with, was an old fashioned. So it's rum, bitters,
you're on
sugar,
theme.
water.
Well, if
Yeah.
you would have had a shaken cocktail, we would have had to cut you out.
Get outta here.
So you saved yourself.
All right.
Do you know why we shake cocktails? Because when we're stirring, we have to come up with something interesting to say.
Oh,
So let's be honest.
That's
Because otherwise, shaking with a smile works. But stirring
Oh,
with
you
a
don't- see,
smile,
that's why
I
the
just want
wink-
kind of
I-
cheesy and
the-
smarmy. Come on.
the wink is very versatile. That's why I do the wink. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can do the stir, I can do the
Oh,
shake.
yeah.
I could even blend. I did a blend with a wink.
see, I thought that wink was just for me.
It was. It was just for you.
I tell everybody the same thing.
So I'm gonna make
It's
a
fun.
cocktail
It's fun to see
today.
everyone in the chat. So what was
So
everyone
what was
been up
some of
to?
the things that people said they like and didn't like? Let's get.
Oh yeah, we have to go back to that. Rye. Well, Sean didn't like rye, which, as a Canadian, I'm like, what? That's our main whiskey.
Well,
You'd be
Sean, we gotta get
surprised at how
Sean.
many
Sean
people
you know what
don't
Sean doesn't like, and we got to get him to like it is Campari. I don't think he's still 100% on board yet with that.
For who? For Sean?
Sean, yeah.
I know.
All right, so
Iliam
Andrew
didn't
doesn't like
the
Campari either.
martini. Iliam didn't like the martini.
And the
And
Sazerac.
the Sazerac.
Sazerac was a hard. To me, it's still.
Sazerac's freaking amazing.
It's. I mean, I like it.
I'm
still
surprised
think
you of all
it's-
people don't like that. Are in
Me?
love with Sazerac. It's like
I like it. It's the
fucking whis-
absinthe.
it's just whiskey,
it's
bro.
Well, I know, but it's the absinthe.
is it the absinthe?
It's the absinthe that just that little licorice. I'm just like, eh.
It's not enough
So-
to bother me.
It
but I
works.
get
It works in some cocktails for me. In some, I think it's that because I'm not a big fan of licorice. Sometimes
Yeah.
other flavors complement it. Sometimes they don't. I find in a Sazerac, for me personally, the rye doesn't work well with the absinthe. Whereas like in a the zombie. The zombie has like a little hint of absinthe. I don't mind it there. It plays well with all the rum flavors and the tiki flavors. And then another one is the Corpse Reviver. Don't mind it in there. It plays well with the gin and the lemon. But in a Sazerac, I'm always like, I don't. Again, I'll occasionally have it. I don't mind it, but I'm just like, why is there absinthe in here? I'd rather.
You know what's
not have
funny?
the
So
absinthe.
like I was very on the fence about absinthe also, but then I last I don't know when it was recently I did the millionaire and the billionaire cocktail, and both of them use absinthe, and it kind of really opened me up a little bit more to it. So now I can appreciate it. It's still I don't ever choose to use
Yeah.
absinthe, but if it's in a cocktail,
Well, I mean,
don't mind it so much.
like I made the when I did the 100 Days of Mules, the Bohemian Mule is literally an ounce and a half of absinthe, and surprisingly, like I finished it. It's not. I wouldn't make it again, but it's because the ginger is so strong.
Yeah.
It kind of like it stands up to the absinthe.
It's,
So
here's funny. This is funny. Does anybody here on screen or in the chat like actually love absinthe? Because no one here seems to be. Because even in the chat, Sean says it's tough for him. Wesley says he doesn't. Oh, hey Wesley, how you doing? By the way, he says it can be tough for him. Like it's interesting.
still not an
Yeah,
absinthe.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And it's
I
such
don't
a
mind
it's such a popular product.
But like this has been enough for me. Like I put some.
I have the same exact thing.
You know what? The funny thing
Funny,
is,
funny.
I'll show you mine. I can't. It's too far back. But I have like a 750 ml bottle of absinthe, and
Yep.
as
Hey,
much as
Bonnie.
I don't like,
Perfect.
nice. As
Same
much as
exact
I
thing as
don't,
Bonnie.
as much as I don't like it, that's my second bottle.
Thank you.
Like I've
So I
had
do
this
experiment
for,
with
like,
it.
a month. And
Absinthe
I've
is
used
fun.
it like once.
The beauty of Total Wine is I could buy a lot of those pilot bottles.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Yeah, I have a ton. I have a whole little box here of like things I want to try. Like I just picked up another one of the Jägermeister ice cold brew. because I like it, but not enough to buy a big bottle.
Oh, I've got here right here.
Oh, you got a big one. Yeah, I don't like it enough to buy a big bottle. I think.
Well, I mean either, but it's all they had. So
yeah,
I mean, as
Iceman.
you can see,
Matt,
it's like here. The line's like here, and I've had it for over a year.
Drink a death in the
I think
afternoon.
me
Drink
and
a
Matt
couple
is-
deaths in the afternoons.
If you're gonna do
will change.
if you're gonna do death in the afternoon, do Anders Ericsson's version. He I think he ups the lemon and he adds a little bit of simple syrup or something like that. I made it for Christmas last year, and it's much better.
Okay, so
Because you're taking away all the
Iliam loves absinthe.
Really?
He says in Colombia they grow up drinking anise rum liqueur. So he's used to the flavor. And then Reed K uses pastis instead of it. Pastis is it's a little more subdued.
The thing about absinthe too is, I mean, it still hasn't got shed that reputation of that false reputation of it being like a hallucinogen and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people are. I'll have friends come over that are not really don't know much about the cocktail world, and they see my bottle of absinthe. They're like, "I thought this was illegal." They're like, "Doesn't this cause hallucinations? Like, won't this kill you? Like, make you
You
come
know what
out?"
you do? You tell them yes, and that's part of the appeal.
Yes, it's part of the experience.
Your
Everyone's
death is
gotta
part
try
of the appeal of having cocktails.
I think we should let Dave go ahead and make his cocktail.
Let's do
What's he
it,
making?
Dave. Which one are you making,
Dave.
Dave?
Okay, so you want to throw up the card for the Valentino. This is sort of a
So you want me to put
He named this after me, isn't he?
You want me to put
I'm a
Vino up on the
Negroni.
screen? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, put it up. You got to actually get the right one. That's the Butler's Tipple. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. It's annoying. The way it works, it always starts back at the beginning of the
Hey,
slideshow.
Andrew's here. Andrew's in the
He
house.
made it. Andrew,
So,
what time is it over
one of
there,
the
and how
things that-
hungover are you?
How big is your coffee? How big is a cup of coffee?
So this is a Negroni riff, and interestingly enough, why would you put a neutral spirit in this except for to
Yes,
allow
I was
the
wondering that
natural
too.
flavors of the Campari to really kind of kick you, and the sweet vermouth to give you that sweetness and just really give you more depth of flavor, because you take out what can sometimes be an overpowering influence from the gin that you may use, right?
I feel like it needs a different name because Vino would never use vodka as a base.
Well, you see, I'm doing this to insult Andrew specifically because he hates vodka. And however,
Andrew walked in
having
at the right. Funny, Andrew actually walked in right when you were
Yeah.
making this cocktail. It's like he knew.
There you go.
His
Vodka
Spidey,
just for
his
him.
Spidey
look at
sense went
call,
off.
that's why I'm calling it the Russian.
And they
Russian
got them big
version.
spiders in Australia, so whatever bit him gave him superpowers.
How huge is huge? 3 eggs for. Yeah.
Was it? Wait, what was it? Was it
Because like
ostrich eggs?
standard is 3 or 4. So
Yeah, but the
huge
ostrich
gotta
egg
be like
is
5,
a little
6,
bit
7.
different, though.
What's that?
The ostrich,
Ostrich
egg.
eggs.
Yeah.
No, emu. They have emu over there, not ostrich.
Oh, not ostriches. All right, sorry.
They might have both. I don't know, but they have emu.
So interestingly enough, you get a slightly lighter color.
Hey, is that
So
a
this-
no ice? Is that like a Sazerac?
Yeah, well, there's no ice. You could put ice in it if you want, but I don't really want to dilute this. I want to really enjoy it. I've already spent my time diluting it and chilling it.
No, but is that
But-
traditional? Is it traditionally no ice?
No, actually, the recipe that I saw had an iced tea that I just don't care about an iced tea. For not specifically in this, because what I really want is the flavor of what's in there,
Uh-huh.
because the ice will just cool it down even more and deaden some of that flavor. One of the things I've learned since getting into cocktails was that people chill their liqueurs and their spirits down, especially their spirits that are maybe a little bit more astringent, because it cuts a lot of those tannins and those flavors, and you're not really getting that full effect of what you may want. This is really good. The Campari is right there. It's a solid kick in the face. And the sweet vermouth is sweet. It elevates it a little bit. The vodka just kind of bumps the alcohol level up. And the orange flavors on top, because you're not competing with the juniper of the gin, absolutely fantastic. They're right there in their present.
So we do have two special guests with us today, and I got a question for you guys. Bonnie, what is the first cocktail that you fell in love with?
I don't know. Like I'm trying to
I think we
think
should all
of my
answer that
early
one.
20s. The first drink I ever got, like when I was of legal drinking age, was some like blue margarita at like TGI Fridays.
We just finished talking about that for like 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah. And it was so. But now I feel like Mai Tai is the first one I really became obsessed with and did a deep dive into.
Yeah.
Same. Actually, I was just gonna say same here. There was the, I did a martini at home. It was all right. I did a old fashioned home. It was all right. Then the first time I made a Mai Tai, I was like, oh my god,
Really? Huh?
Yeah, I feel
this is how good cocktails can
where
be.
we've like kind of ruined ourselves. Like you can't get one at most places now without being disappointed.
Mhm.
Well,
It's a tough
The
cocktail to make for yourself, like as people in this business, and then go somewhere else and get one. It's tough,
Right.
and the thing is, you can even get it at a good bar, and they're just gonna make it very different from what you like. There's not like there's not even a real universal recipe, because there's this guy's version, this guy's version.
My wife and I were just at a restaurant for lunch today, and I looked at the cocktail menu, and I had a mezcal margarita, which was fine. But I looked at their Mai Tai, and they proudly displayed the rum that they used for the Mai Tai, Captain Morgan.
Oh my god!
Hey, it has its purpose, and people like
not
it.
in a Mai Tai.
As a rum guy, there's only one bottle of rum I've ever poured down the drain. It was Captain Morgan. Just so you know.
I thought that was Jose Cuervo. Oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the Jose Cuervo of rum.
Jared, how about you, Jared? What's your first cocktail, Jared?
The first cocktail I fell in love with, or the first cocktail I tried?
You fell in love with. That was like, this is mine.
It would have to be a spiced Cuban Manhattan. I don't
Spiced
know what
Cuban Manhattan.
So Cuban Manhattan is rum Manhattan.
Mhm.
Spiced uses a spiced rum, and I don't know why I got it in my mind that I wanted to make this, but somehow I thought, oh, Manhattan's make one with rum.
What spice rum was it? Was it Morgan?
Be Stonebringer. Yeah, Captain
Yes.
Morgan. No.
It was the one that
Malibu.
Rob poured down. The one Rob poured down the sink.
Which one, sir?
It's
Oh, no,
called
who was
Stonebringer.
imported down
It's a
the sink?
Minnesota craft spirit from a Bent Distillery. I don't think it's distributed outside of Minnesota, but it was perfect. And I drank that and that alone for probably a year and a half.
Hey guys, real quick, if you want to be in the chat with everybody else, make sure you're on my channel, Coach Vino Progress Bar. Make sure you're on my channel.
Boss Hot.
Wait, who said 40 bottles of rum and not one bottle of Captain?
As it should be.
That'd be Sean. Trevor
I
would
wonder
be
if
the same
Trevor
way.
ever owned a bottle of Captain. Trevor, did you ever own a bottle of Captain?
Probably. No, you should ask.
I'll admit, it was the first bottle. It was the first rum I bought.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's because I didn't know better.
Right.
I think. Let me see.
And it does have its place.
I have a
There are
little-
some cocktails that are
If you need spiced rum, fine. But I mean,
if you need something that
I don't-
tastes vaguely like spiced rum,
Captain Morgan with agricole.
Yeah, I have that and I have the Kraken. I don't use spice rum ever. I just have those two small ones.
But one of the things you have to think about, if you're thinking
This
about
is-
something like
This is
spiced
what if
rum,
I'm making a Mai Tai. This is what I'm using.
Oh well, yeah, right.
Oh yeah, well,
Oh,
nice.
just a sec. Smith and Cross. We still want that.
my God, wait,
Smith and Cross.
wait.
Go,
Trevor
grab your bottle there. Vino.
Trevor didn't just have Captain Morgan. He had Captain Morgan Apple.
Oh, that's almost
he
as
went
bad as
real down the well on that one.
Vino, grab your bottle. We have to do our pitch
Oh shit, we gotta
get
do a
sponsored.
promo.
Our sponsor pitch.
Hold on.
We do this all.
Today's
every
Drinking Buddies
drinking
is
buddy.
brought to you by.
Not Smith and Cross, please.
Not Smith
We'd
and
like it
Cross.
to be brought. by
Please
Smith and
sponsor us. Give us money and more bottles.
We're back. We're back.
Cross. But well, Rob buys enough. So think about it. Even Captain Morgan has its purpose, right?
Yes.
Literally, it's introductory, something that's inexpensive. Right? No, but people can get into it for the first time. They can try it out, and then
I don't
over
poo-poo
time they
people's
expand their taste buds. Because not everybody's going to run out and buy a $400 bottle of rum.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
afford that.
I don't.
Wait.
It's stupid to poo people's taste anyway. Like let them drink what
right.
they drink.
No, absolutely. Come on, a rum and coke.
Too sweet.
don't need- You
But
don't.
it gives
need
it the
something
funk. That's what you
for-
want in there.
What is that?
Anne
What's she
says
saying?
that Smith and Cross is too sweet for a Mai Tai.
No way.
And put a little less orgeat, but you need that funk.
You can speak no ill of Smith and Cross to me, and I don't care how hard you try. And God knows you tried.
No.
So,
no,
Andrew,
she's not
so,
speaking ill. She just says it's too sweet in her Mai Tai.
So Andrew, the reason I have so many bottles is it was very hard to find for a while, and then it came back, so I took advantage, and I
Oh
stopped.
wait, did you see Ilium? Did you see Ilium's commercial for us? The return of Drinking Buddies is great, but not as great as the smooth taste of Smith and Cross. I love it. That's fantastic.
Where did you put that? Yes, let's put that up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
If
Please
we don't get
sponsor us.
if we don't get a sponsorship after that, I'm not promoting them, man. That's it. We're gonna promote Captain Morgan after this. We're sorry.
They've got the
whatever
money.
we said.
Probably easier to get a sponsorship from them, anyways.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, especially Captain Morgan Apple. That'll probably be an easier.
That's almost as bad as what is it? Crown Royal Peach.
Yeah, must be a Canadian joke.
It's funny because like a true Canadian whiskey lovers are like
Sorry, we
are
Americans
so
didn't get it, Rob.
embarrassed
Sorry.
by Crown Royal.
Anyway, Rob, go
Was
ahead and make your next drink.
Ah,
Go
yes. All right. What am I
Let's
making?
do this.
Let's
We
do it.
got a hard out at 11.
Yes.
Because Vito's got places to be.
Yeah, I got a parent-teacher conference in the morning. That's what I got.
Oh, do you? Ooh, Sable. I was looking forward to this one. All right, we are making the Sable.
So is this named after the wrestler, or is it?
Oh,
named
no
after
idea.
Sable.
Cool.
Do you guys know Sable? Who's Sable married to? I know you know this, Dave. Who's Sable married to? Do you know this, Dave?
All right, for the
He's a
Where's my
current
maple?
he's a current
It is-
WWE star.
Well, yeah. I could know. I just can't remember.
okay, so we're doing.
Brock. There it is.
Tequila.
Oh, man, Matt figured it out.
I'm going to be using El
Oh.
Tequilino. So this is a really good
Is
añejo.
that Louis approved?
It was Louis approved,
All
absolutely.
right, all right.
He made a video all about this one. I probably even should be using it in the cocktail. It's more of a sipping tequila, but I figured why not?
Oh,
Hey.
no rules.
Full-
no rules. As
No rules.
Uncle
Full
Pete
2
said, no
ounces
rules.
of this delicious tequila.
Now you shouldn't put anything in a cocktail that you wouldn't be able to drink straight.
It's true. All right, now we're going to be doing a 1/4 ounce of maple syrup. I've got here whiskey barrel aged maple syrup from a local distillery.
Yes.
I feel like our guests are like Andy from the Conan show. Like they just kind of there. They're not saying nothing. Speak up. You guys can talk.
Well, you got to let
And
them
then-
say something.
You're invited to
then-
talk.
1/4 ounce of coffee liqueur. Now I make my own obviously, and I could use that. But the original recipe for this actually called for the Galliano Ristretto, which is it's a coffee. It's a Galliano's coffee liqueur, but Galliano has a bit of they have herbal stuff in there, and they have a bit of a licorice flavor. I can't get that, but I do have we talked about this earlier, the Jaeger cold brew, which also has a bit of that licorice flavor. So I figured this would be the best bet for it. So only a 1/4 ounce of that.
Tim
as well.
is in the house. What up, Tim?
Tim.
It's not just Tim.
What,
Not
you
just
bringing
Tim?
friends?
We got Black Jackson in as well. You know.
Nope.
Kane is in.
We got Black
Look at,
Jack.
there's lots of good people. in
Boss,
here.
we got Boss Hoss. Is
So-
Boss Hoss, that's
Jeremy?
Reese Hedges, right? Reese Hedges?
Yes.
Jeremy and Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Now that Bonnie's left, okay, just Jeremy.
hmm
What is
Hi.
your favorite aspect of making coffee?
For me, making my wife happy. I mean, when I'm
That's your
making her
favorite-
happy.
what was the question?
What was the
What is your
question?
favorite aspect of making cocktails? The same goes for you, Bonnie, and
Good answer.
everybody else that's viewing this right now. What is your favorite aspect? Is it the flavor, the presentation? Is it sitting down with friends and trying something new? Or, as Jeremy says, making my wife happy?
Right.
And there's nothing
That's
wrong
kind
with
of
that.
that's a little bit flippant, but it's kind of true because she tastes everything I make before I put it out.
Nice.
And if it doesn't make her happy, I don't put it out.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
My wife doesn't drink, so there you go.
Yeah, my wife she drinks, but she's not into.
Right. You
Yeah,
guys
she
can
likes-
try
she
my
likes
wife
coolers
if
and
you
stuff.
like it.
My
Hey, Lonely,
favorite
my
thing
wife.
is
Here it is,
getting
guys. The
people-
Sable.
Ooh. Like people who don't think they're like into craft cocktails, like trying to figure out what they like and like
Oh my
learning
God.
their taste and customizing something for them, like getting to know people and like making them drink like 3 or 4 cocktails at my bar.
Seriously, if you're not into, if someone that's not into sipping tequila, you can do like a tequila old fashioned or that Oaxaca old fashioned. It's great, but this is a great way to get into tequila. This is fantastic. A little bit of coffee liqueur, a little bit of maple syrup, and a good quality tequila. This is a fantastic sipper.
I think it's safe to say the margarita is the way to get it to tequila.
Well, yeah, but margarita's too easy to drink, especially if you punch full of sugar and stuff. I'm talking about like if you want to get into sipping tequila.
You got to do a.
You don't do a punch of sugar. You can't do a punch of sugar.
Yeah, but all the bars do it. So-
Right.
But if you
That
wanna-
was
if you
the
wanna learn- if you
cocktail.
wanna learn this-
That's the cocktail. Remember, I asked before which cocktail to go out for me to get into. It was the margarita because I'd only have shitty margaritas, you know. And I never had to make them in my. I was in the high end catering and didn't make margaritas, so I didn't start making. I didn't start having fresh ones, so I started making them, and I was like, oh, see.
I have a funny story. My wife and I we had our honeymoon in Disney, and we were at the resort one day, and we're just kind of there's like a massive in our resort massive hot tub, and there was at least we got there and there's at least like 5 other couples in the pool, and all the guys were drinking like just beer or whatever. And I get up, I'm like, I'm gonna get myself a drink, and I go to the bar, and they had the 3-color frozen margaritas. They had like the classic lime, and then you had the strawberry and the mango. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that. And it's like it comes in a giant fucking glass, and so I get back, but it totally looks like a girly drink, right? So I get back there, and I just sit in the pool, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, and like no joke, within the next 10 minutes, every single one of those guys got up to go get one. It's like they just needed another guy to show them that it was okay to get the colorful rainbow drink.
Absolutely. And here's another question for everybody. This is an important one. How much does the choice of glassware affect your viewpoint on a cocktail, right? Like, is it the coupe, stylish and classy? Is it the martini glass, or is it a
I like
rocks
them all.
glass?
I'm a
But
huge
which one,
sucker for
if you were making,
glasses.
but if you're making a cocktail for somebody, and you ever put a pink cocktail down in front of somebody in a fancy glass, have you ever seen somebody say, "I'd rather have it in a rocks glass"?
No.
I don't think so.
We don't associate with people that are that like insecure.
We don't,
Right.
Okay, no, listen. So
we don't serve their kind.
I can tell you that the Manhattan is one of those cocktails. Well, people will say, "I'd rather have it on the rocks."
They'll rather have it on the rocks?
All the time.
Wow.
If you work in the business, you'll know. It's some people want it. They want it on the rocks, or they want it up.
Sean, if you can get,
It's more common than you
Sean
think.
says you couldn't find a tequila he really likes. If you can get this one, I mean, they make obviously a Blanco or Reposado as well, but very, very good quality tequila. Expensive, but expensive here in Canada. Everything's expensive in Canada. Another one. These are two other that are Louis approved that I was able to find locally. This one here, El Tesoro. This one's a great sipper. And then I haven't cracked it open yet, but this Arete is also very nice. Well, Louis approved. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it's good. I get all my tequilas Louis approved because he seems to know his shit.
You don't want him coming after you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I made my second cocktail. You going to put that up on the
Oh, yeah, we'll put it up.
I'll talk about it a little bit.
Yep.
But it's actually it's unique in a way. So as you know, guys, tonight we're making stirred cocktails, and this is great ingredients: gin, yellow chartreuse, maraschino liqueur, and orange juice. Now, you don't usually stir cocktails that use juice, but this is the way it is instructed to be made by the creator, and it's really, really good. And it gets that pink color from the pay shouts.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really great
I looked at
combination.
your specs and I was like, huh, stirring orange juice. But I've stirred.
Yeah.
I've stirred a few drinks
I
with
mean,
juice.
It's only a quarter ounce. I mean, it's like this. Like you can see some of the stuff floating around there, so you might double strain it, but it's not a big deal. But the maraschino liqueur and the orange juice work really, really well together, and the patience adds some really dope notes to it. So I mean, it's a really good cocktail. The maraschino definitely is. I think the combination of that and yellow chartreuse really are. They're like bumping heads a little bit, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I noticed it was interesting as I was putting together that slideshow with all our drinks that we're all making drinks with yellow chartreuse tonight.
Oh, tonight's episode is brought to you by
Yellow chartreuse.
Yellow Chartreuse. If you can find it, congratulations.
I have some somewhere. I did. Yeah. Okay, I got some.
Pretty sure monks are not going to sponsor us.
So we gotta come up with a drink or find a drink that has Smith and Cross and yellow chartreuse.
Hey, so Rob Balaz, I agree with you. Rob knows this about me. I do not like orange juice
same
in my
here.
cocktails. I'm pretty adamant against it. But when I saw this, I had to try it because it was stirred. I'm like, I got to see how this works, and it turns out to be quite delicious. And the OJ, it really balances well.
Often
with
what the problem with and the same with drinks that have too much OJ or drinks that have too much pineapple juice, it's that those fruits are lower in acidity. So usually just balancing with a little bit of lemon or lime does fix it. Like when I make the one that you hate, I do enjoy the blood and sand. When I make the blood and sand, because it's equal parts
You love
of
that.
everything.
You love that.
I like it, but I do modify it. The orange juice, I do like half orange, half lemon. So it ends up not being a equal parts cocktail because then I'm adding an ingredient. But when you do so equal parts scotch, cherry, sweet vermouth, and instead of just equal orange, I do half orange, half lemon, and it does. I find balance it out much better.
Hey Bonnie, what's your least favorite ingredient to use in a cocktail?
Vodka.
Besides vodka, and absinthe, I think we come.
Thinking.
Besides vodka, absinthe, and Captain Morgan, what is your least favorite?
So for a while, and this is gonna sound like crazy, but it was Chambord because my bottle of Chambord was like 5 years old, and I thought that I didn't. I'm like, it tastes like Play-Doh or something, and then I got like a new bottle. And I was like, it's pretty good. So
I love Chambord.
for a
It's so
while it
good.
was that.
It is very nice. I've done a raspberry liqueur that is very, very nice as well. Sorry, just Wesley asked why not acid adjust the orange. I've seen a bartender do that on TikTok. I haven't tried it, but that would definitely work. I think it's kind of like making super juice. You have to make like a whole batch of your acid adjusted orange juice. I just don't use enough orange juice in cocktails to justify making a batch.
Exactly.
But it probably would work. It probably would work because that's exactly my issue with orange juice is it's not the acidity level is not high enough.
Oh, Sean says Hypnotic. He fell for the hype.
I've got a bottle of Hypnotic because we went to a restaurant and my wife loved a sangria they had. So I looked at the specs. I'm like, I can make that. And part of it was Hypnotic. So I bought a bottle and it's been, I made the sangria one time and now it's just been sitting on the shelf.
Well, by the way, just so you know, it will go off eventually. A lot of liqueurs and
if it's high sugar, high enough.
Mixed liqueurs will change their acidity, change their flavor. Even some stuff like blueberry gin will lose some of its color and actually lose some of its flavor over time.
Trevor, what are you describing there?
Well, he's mixing a new drink.
No, he's saying that that's a cocktail that uses OP Jamaican rum. There's only one.
Yes, he's answering me. Okay.
And just so you know, yellow chartreuse and Smith and Cross tastes good. It tingles.
So 1 ounce of yellow, 1 ounce of Smith and Cross, 1 ounce of Aperol, 1 ounce of lime. Okay. Oh, it's the only. Okay. Hey, if we have enough time at the end of the show, I might try that one.
Yeah, what is that called?
Yeah, Tim, Grappa.
Yeah, what is it called? We need a name.
Grappa's a bitch in the cocktail.
Grappa? Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah,
I don't have Grappa. I never had Grappa actually.
Too sweet.
It's super sweet, but super strong.
Grappa is made from it's
Grapes? Is it
stem,
grapes?
Yeah,
Grapes.
the grape
Pulp-
stems.
I would
and
assume
skins.
grapes.
No, it's not actually made from the juice.
No, it's not.
It's made from the pulp.
It's made from
Okay,
the
but it
pulp
still
and the
involves
stem.
grapes. It still involves grapes. Otherwise, the name makes no sense.
But Bonnie, do you have a Total Wine near you?
Yes, I do.
Because they have the little vermouths, the small ones.
Mine
By the-
doesn't.
by the
And when I
register.
asked them if they had airplane-sized bottles of vermouth, they looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Really?
Don't
Yeah.
say airplane.
I literally
say the
I don't
2
buy
ounce
them
tester
because I use
bottle.
a lot of
Almost
I
Most
can
fine.
use a
I like that.
375 before it goes
Yep.
if I put my mind
That's not
to
what I
it,
wanna
but
do.
those are a little hard to find even.
Well, I buy the 375s
Yeah.
because I use a lot of vermouth, but
Yeah.
I still like it as fresh as
Yeah.
possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the airplane ones, they have them in Total Wine.
That's my issue with,
I was
If
just
I
there to
ever
see-
see those, if I'm out of town, I'm getting them. I don't care if I'm paying a premium price. I just hate like wasting.
Yeah.
It was $1.50 a bottle. It
Yeah.
wasn't hard. It wasn't bad. That's not a bad price. I think they were $150 a bottle, maybe
That's-
something. But they were the Copano Antico ones. Not,
Oh, and
not
that's
Martino.
my
Those are the
favorite
good stuff,
kind.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. So
Mhm.
it's
So
pretty,
Jared,
pretty awesome.
what ingredient do you hate or dislike the most?
Let's ask his wife because
Right.
Yeah, but I'm sure he drinks the odd thing himself.
I almost hate to say this, but egg whites. Just
Hmm.
because I hate breaking the eggs and trying to fish out the white.
yeah.
Do you
I
eat,
just-
do you
you know, I
eat the
just
yolk?
bought-
Like, Dave, when's the last time you did
Yeah,
that?
I eat it raw.
I just bought this stuff, the Fee Foam. I haven't tried it
Ah,
yet though.
okay.
Anybody try it yet?
No, Andrew.
I think
has.
Tim has it. I think Tim has it.
So I have not had an egg yolk
Oh.
raw for a while because I ran it at 151.
Hmm.
So now I just.
All right, Boss
I bake
Haas,
with it.
thanks for hanging out.
Hey,
tonight,
Angry,
brother.
you want to join us? I can send you the link.
Yeah, send Angry the link. Angry, hit him on Instagram, brother.
Come on in.
Is he on
Ooh.
Instagram?
He's on Instagram.
One person-
or the other one. What's the thing? The
Discord. I can send you on
Blackjack
Discord.
says Everclear because you might as well use NASA's rocket fuel. I understand.
So Wesley, you don't like the Fee
That's
Foam,
right,
huh?
then Vino, not the fan of Miss Bitters.
Huh.
Don't
And
have
Trevor
the acid
says-
just batch.
Yes.
Fernet and Ancho Rez are a pain in the butt to use. That's Ilium. Home of Bartender.
I still have not bought Ancho Reyes.
I have both. They're awesome. I
heard they're great.
I did a
I heard
review of
they're
them. I'm amazed how different they are. One is really like a roasted smoked pepper, and the other one is like a smoked chili, and the other one is like a fresh pepper, like biting into a fresh pepper.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
Really? Wow.
No, absolutely. I've
Hey,
got both.
Stefan is in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, Stefan. Ancho Reyes is quite interesting because you do get, with the initial one, you get a velvety smoothness to it.
Angry,
though,
where can I send you
and
a
a
link?
little bit of smokeness in the back. right?
Andrew.
So, Andrew likes his Wonder Foam. I, on the other hand, am a huge fan of egg whites. In my
You
cocktail.
sure are, Dave.
And actually,
You sure are.
and-
Tell them,
He's a fan of
that-
egg yolk too.
yeah,
Oh, there he is.
but
tell them what they've won, Dave. Tell them what they've won.
you have won an all-inclusive trip to Daveland, where every day
a
is
shot of
egg
151 and a yellow yolk.
However, having said that, when you asked what my favorite cocktail was that I first fell in love with, I'd had a few things.
By the way, try to say that as one word.
Yeah,
not-
Andrew, I sent you the link in Discord, so go check out.
Just throwing that
Discord.
out there, Dave. Just throwing that out there.
Right.
You know, the internet is forever.
What did he say?
He said cocktails is 2 words. So he says, I love cocktails.
Cocktails.
Having said that, that's
We'll
my
blame it
internet,
on
my
lag.
internet
Dave, we'll
jittered
blame
there
it
for
on.
a
We'll say
second.
it was like lag, internet lag. Right?
But my favorite, the first one that I truly fell in love with from a taste, texture, and artistry was the Clover Club.
Mm.
It was that fantastic
is-
color,
Yeah,
The
that is a really
foam.
nice drink.
the smoothness of the mouthfeel. And I'm
Smoothness.
slurring my word. Yeah, smoothness.
Smoothness.
Smoothness. I have a narrow jaw.
Yeah,
leave me alone.
mouthfeel. This whole thing is just
smoothness
going real weird.
And mouthfeel because you got
Where
that
is this
velvet
going?
Can we
smoothness.
change the topic? I'm getting very uncomfortable. either that or I'm getting turned on. I'm not sure which one. Either way, I'm not.
And then,
So,
next you've got the gorgeous raspberries sitting right on top, just begging you.
Next
Hey,
question.
Gnome is in the
Which
house.
Vino? Next question. Which cocktail has aroused you?
Whichever one Dave describes. Oh man, this is
no
what
one's
happens. Second drink territory.
When we get to the second
Crazy,
drink.
I
That's what
can't
happens.
speak. I don't speak clearly half the time, anyways.
Bonnie, we're sorry. We crossed the line here. Just cover your ears. Cover your ears.
No, I'm good.
There's a lady in the house, fellas.
The gnome's here too.
Gnome's in.
Yep. So
Hey, Tim. Tim says he loves egg whites. I remember he didn't even try egg white.
nope.
For a while. Remember that?
No, he finally decided to try it after I'd made one too many cocktails in front of him with egg white.
And remember to shake properly, folks.
With a smile.
Oh, we don't want the cocktail Tony shake.
I still remember that video. I mean,
Did you guys ever?
I
see
mean,
the cocktail
all
Tony
the
shake?
love to Cocktail Tony, but that
Oh, I
video,
love
you,
cocktail.
you can
Tony,
see the
man.
little the little goopy like egg bits still falling into the glass. It's like,
He literally shaked it for 2
oh, yeah.
seconds.
1, 2, 3.
And
That's
when
pretty
he-
much all he did.
And when he poured it, it was like all egg yolk going into his cocktail. It was so.
He just didn't know. He just didn't shake it long enough. That's all.
Yeah, of
No, he
course,
did
of
it.
course.
We-
all the
yeah,
love to Cocktail
I-
Tony, but it was just.
I
was
busted
just like,
me, Tony.
ugh.
We go back. We fuck each other all the time. He's actually a really funny guy.
He's fun.
He has a great sense of humor. He's like your old drunk uncle. He's
I mean, oh yeah, and I love his green screen videos with the shaky cat.
Hey Rob, do you want to see if we get Gnome in here?
Let's get Gnome. Where are you? Where can I send you the link, Gnome?
Gnome, if you're in the house,
Is he in the-
DM
is he in Discord?
Rob, DM Rob on Instagram.
Or
Have
Discord,
you
wherever.
made your second drink yet, there, Rob?
I did. I just finished it. Hoo-ah.
So that means
That means me.
Dave,
you're up.
That's me.
You're up, Dave.
Today's
Yeah.
cocktail is called the Nova Scotia. It's a drink.
Oh,
Just
That is
based
a
on
Canadian
Canada.
province, by the way.
does it come with a forest fire?
No.
Other way, other way,
I
other
live where
way,
there are
Cocktail?
forest fires. There's no forest fires in Nova Scotia, as far as I know.
other way. That's
What
a
are you talking
maritime
about, Dave?
province.
There was the biggest fire recently this summer.
Which
In
one?
Alberta,
All
I
of New
think.
York
Not
was
not
under
in,
smoke.
Not in Nova
Not in Nova
Scotia. It was
Scotia.
Alberta. That was Alberta.
No, it was Nova Scotia, dude. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Really?
Alberta and
That's a
there was one
maritime.
in the
I don't know if
Northwest
they have-
Territories.
I don't know. I'm just from New
See,
York.
yellow
All I know is
chartreuse.
whatever it was made New York.
This
smoky
next
as hell.
one is an interesting combination because you need to start it with 2 ounces of Scotch or 60 mils. But the recipe itself actually calls for a single malt. So I'll just use a little bit of
Which one are you using?
Auchentoshan. I'm going to use a little bit of Auchentoshan.
Avitashin?
Yeah, and this will give you a nice little smoke.
I mean,
flavor to
I
go
think
with it.
you should be using Lagavulin.
Oh, Rob, you and Lagavulin.
Hey, I have Lafroig,
Nice.
and
I have
and
Lafroig too.
so we're just going to throw 2 ounces in here. This one is interesting because there's not a lot to the cocktail. So
Man, I am glad Rob's wearing pants. I can tell you that.
you need
Wait, those
a
aren't his
quarter of an
legs?
ounce of yellow chartreuse.
He's in
Lagavulin.
Canada. That's how much
Lagavulin,
sunshine
please
is.
sponsor this
Oh,
stream
geez,
here.
Rob, that's a sickness.
This is only
That's a-
this is only half the Lagavulin bottles that I have.
And then take your favorite orange bitters, or just whatever orange bitters you can get your hands on. I'm using some Reagans, and you want to jab 2 dashes in there. So this is an unusual flavor setup to this cocktail because it's not a couple of ingredients that you would think would go well together. The yellow chartreuse, which you're using just to give it some herbs, a little bit of smoke.
Tim, to answer your question, it's virtually identical. If you can't find yellow chartreuse,
Nope, they are not virtually identical.
Oh,
I have both.
fight,
So do I.
fight.
So do I.
Canadian fight.
I know
That
that
means they just say sorry to each other the whole time.
it's
Found mine
yeah, but
faster. Nice try.
It'll work in any yellow
But,
chartreuse cocktail. You
um,
can use Strega. It's
Sorry,
so
eh?
similar.
Sorry, eh?
A bit more anise flavor.
Sorry, eh?
So, so you get a nice light color out of this, and you're supposed to use an orange pith
Yeah.
and
Rob, what are you doing, Rob?
I was trying to put Dave. There we go. He's talking about
Orange
the light
pith.
color. I wanted to see it up front.
okay, light color.
Ah, there we go. They taste different to me. Oh, F off.
But virtually the same.
I said virtually. I didn't say they're the same.
Now this
And
is
virtually is a very open term, so
Exactly.
you never know what that means.
this is not what you would think of in terms of a single malt Scotch cocktail. You would expect the Scotch to come kicking through really, really hard on this, but just a quarter of an ounce or 7.5 mils of the yellow chartreuse, or Strega in your case, just softens it with sweetness, gives you those little flavor notes that just actually mute the Scotch a little bit, so it works really, really well. And of course, a little bit of citrus. Oh, fantastic as a sipper. Simple, easy to make.
See, Trevor makes a very valid point.
He does, doesn't he?
Very valid. Why don't we highlight that? 'Cause that's probably the most important thing
Are you out of
learned
ice?
today. He can literally walk outside of his igloo, pick some ice,
There,
and throw it in his.
Ooh.
1 cube
Has-
of ice.
Actually, oh, here's a good point. Has anyone found a good sub for green chartreuse?
Everybody, I feel like 16 channels have done this. already.
I know, but I haven't watched any of them. So, has anyone found?
I feel like everybody but Vino has done.
Yeah, has anyone found a good sub? I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
there is
called
in
green
Canada.
chartreuse.
Yeah, I don't think there is in Canada.
No, although
No one's making the Alaska today. Sorry.
He's
rationing.
Felix
Philippe, he
has
made his
actually
own.
made his own.
What did you use?
So I have not.
Did
tried
you
yet.
actually find like 150 botanicals like the monks?
Yeah, I
use?
think the verdict is out on that one. Like you can't know unless you make it, right? You know what I'm saying?
One of the
So listen,
botanicals
so
is
this
grass.
is another question for our guest, Bonnie. What's
we have another
a
guest.
spirit you've never had yet that you really want
Suze.
to try?
Ooh,
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
find it anywhere.
It's really good.
Wait.
As I mentioned earlier, I'll be making my own. So if you can buy,
All right, Rob, we get the plug. We got it, Rob, with the plugs. It's like your third plug.
All right, we are bringing in Andrew
Oh,
from Angry
hey,
Cocktails,
yeah,
all the way
like-
from Australia.
like
All right, go ahead, Bonnie,
flex
finish
here,
the
but I have these. But I really,
Oh, those are
I look for Suze everywhere I go, even when I go out of town. Haven't seen.
I'm having a hard time even New York getting that stuff.
Oh,
Bonnie, so I
Stefan?
can always. I'll trade you some Suze for some green chartreuse.
Stefan's got.
Are you low on green?
listed,
I'm being so stingy with that. Like I'm being stingy with my last words. But I'm really glad I got the big bottle because before that I had like the 375.
Yeah, we can only
And I was
get
like,
the.
I
That's
don't
my
use that
problem.
much of this stuff, and then when people are like, "Oh, shortage," okay, next time I'm getting the big one.
Yeah, I'm having a problem getting it out here. I do have a brand new 375 green. My yellow's almost running out though. I'll figure it out.
It's funny because
Hey, Jared, how about you, Jared? What's something you've always had that you've always wanted to try you've not had yet?
Is that me? Is that him?
yeah, you,
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't quite hear that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing, Suze. I've not been able to find
Suze,
Suze. Yeah.
Really?
Who knew people wanted you Suze so bad? Rob, you might have a hit video.
Yeah, we're gonna be making Genjin like you.
At least 2 people are gonna
catch
watch
it on
it.
Rob's home bar.
Yeah, and I was wanting to make a Susan Dew like so bad because I always make Mountain Dew
Oh, that's
drinks
a
on
big
my
one,
channel. So
Maybe I'll make it for you. Send it and you
Yeah.
can post your face.
it's like kids in Tennessee are starving. Like, what am I gonna do?
Artificial intelligence, we can do anything, man.
All right,
Hey, Angry, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on, my
Absolutely.
friend. This is our favorite Australian, not named Steve the bartender, and which means there's only 2 of them. So I'm just
I don't think we're hearing you.
that's his accent. It's hard to understand him.
No, I don't think we have.
Hey,
I think
Angry, we can't hear you.
We have
Angry.
an audio problem.
Unless it takes that long for the sound to come from
The
Australia.
signal's
It could be that. It could be that.
turn the volume upside down.
That's
Can you
it.
hear?
How's that?
Perfect.
There
you
we go.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good
Yeah.
day, mate.
There we go.
How are you?
Just had to change what it was using for the microphone.
Ah,
So, Andrew, what is your favorite? What is a spirit you've never had that you want to try?
Yeah, I heard you were doing it. I was like, I can go out and get Suze if I want. I've never really wanted to.
yeah. You don't like the. You don't like the.
How snide was that? Welcome to the show.
I know.
Angry.
He doesn't like the.
I can get
the really bitter
Sorry, guys. Sorry
I'll,
about
I'll get my 2 bottles of green and yellow chartreuse. 2 of each.
He'll buy a Suze bottle and smash it on
Who
the floor.
invited this guy?
I'll buy a Suze
Who
bottle
invited
and I'll
that?
pour it down the sink while you watch.
You're being more English than Australian here, brother. So what is? Come on, Angry. What is something you want to try you never had?
So
Yeah,
sorry, someone's asking. I actually don't. It's something I definitely want to look into in the future to be selling some of my homemade stuff. In the meantime, you just got to look at the videos and make it yourself. Advocat is super simple to make, though.
Close your eyes and imagine what it's.
No, but Advocat, like, to go watch my video. It's actually super easy to make. It seems daunting, but it's essentially just making custard and adding brandy to it, and it's fucking good.
What's wrong with brandy? We got somebody.
Nothing
from
wrong with
Brazil
brandy
here today.
Oh, we got a Brazilian. And Andrew, what is your?
The caipirinha?
Let's try this for the 5th time. What do you got,
I
Andrew?
can't even think of anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you've got it all.
No.
I gotta say,
you're
your blue.
You're so cool.
Just Tim mentioned your blue absinthe, and yes, I have been jealous of that from the get-go.
Yeah, that blue absinthe is pretty wicked. Yeah, show it to us. Rub it in our face.
So,
No,
yeah,
wait. That doesn't sound right.
Oh, that's so cool.
80%.
Oh, it's so cool.
That is like,
ABV. It's not very subtle. This one, a little bit goes a long way. But I've got another
it's like
one.
blue curacao goes, I'm blue, and then that thing just punches blue curacao in the face.
Exactly. No, it's Australian. Doesn't do that. It goes, that's not blue, mate. This is blue.
And then stabs it with a knife.
Subtlety is not an Australian feature. They're loud and proud, and they're right there, like everybody else.
Hey, Andrew. Just so you know, one of our someone in the chat said you sound like the perfect Bond villain. That is a great compliment, bro.
That's a great compliment.
Oh, I'm on board with that. Is that because I threatened to buy a bottle of Suze and pour it down the sink?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, I can see a Bond villain doing that.
No,
This is
Mr.
good.
Bond.
No, but if it's a
I
Bond
expect
villain,
you
you
to
gotta throw Lillet down the drain.
Look, this is Australian absinthe. This is a lot more subtle. It's just the natural color from the herbs.
Yeah.
55% ABV. This is a really nice drinking absinthe. Like, this is just nice licorice. This, I actually made a sour with this, like literally with 2 ounces of this, lemon juice, sugar syrup. And it was nice. I called it a skullfucker sour, but
Bro, there's no cursing on this, right?
sorry.
Well, there is. There's some.
I'm just kidding. You can fucking curse.
I do have a question about your that absinthe that you were holding up, that Australian absinthe.
Yes.
Will it
YouTube
lose?
doesn't care if it's not in the first 30 seconds, FYI.
What's
Was
that?
that?
The
Or the
F
swearing.
bombs, if they're not in the first 30 seconds, I think it's okay.
Fucking A.
But does that absinthe loosh because it's a lower ABV?
It does loosh, actually, yes. It's got green anise, wormwood, fennel, lemon balm. So it's actually...
For those who
the loosh
might
is
wonder, can
actually,
someone please just explain loosh?
the looshing is the oil content.
I know what it means in New York. I can tell you
Hold
that. Let go loose yourself, buddy.
Let Angry explain it.
The looshing is not alcohol content. It's the oil.
Looshing
in
sounds
the
even
herbs
worse.
that are in here. Virginius, yeah. So yeah, it's basically when you dilute proper absinthe with anything, it goes cloudy. Like this is this brilliant clear blue. You add anything to it, and it goes.
It'll go cloudy.
There's
looshing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like when you make the
called
absinthe cocktail,
that doesn't loosh.
right? Like when you make the
doesn't-
standard absinthe cocktail where you just like pour it over the sugar cube, it becomes
Yeah.
all milky and cloudy.
Yes, the bohemian thing is, you absinthe in a glass, the little fork thingy, and sugar cube on it, and you drip chilled water through it until the sugar cubes melted into it.
Can I know what's upsetting Tim?
I'm not
Well,
sure.
listen. Speaking of looshing, Sean, he has cachaça and never made a caipirinha.
You got to make the caipirinha.
Okay.
What a
It's
loosh!
amazing.
You
The
are such a
proper
loosh,
way to
man.
make
Such
a
a loosh.
caipirinha. The proper way to make it: take your lime, cut it in half, cut it up into sections, drop it in before you muddle it.
Dave, drop it in what?
No. You made a mistake. Dave. Sugar first.
No.
Sugar on top.
No,
sugar
you
on
get
top.
sugar. Well, I understand exactly what Vino's saying because you put the sugar in, then put the lime in upside down, so that the sugar abrades
It's
the.
I mean, it's
feel of
essentially
of the lime.
It's essentially like a roughly made cachaça daiquiri, but muddling. But that's the point. It's muddling the lime as opposed to just using fresh lime juice. Gives you a lot of more of those oils. And
Yes.
What's Bonnie making? Ravioli there? What is that?
She's making a caipirinha. The one thing about
making a louche.
Okay.
There you go. As you're describing it. However, I will add.
I was
add
wanting
that
one all day.
Use a cane sugar or a brown sugar or like a demerara. So much nicer than just a plain white sugar.
Yes, Trevor, you're right.
I thought Bonnie was getting very domestic on us. Some ravioli next year.
She is going to come over there and she is going to hit
Bonnie,
you.
this is the wrong
and I
channel.
will pay her airfare for that.
It's going all Martha Stewart.
For caipirinha.
No, what's the other one? What's the really energetic lady? The really energetic.
It's a good
Now,
thing.
Interestingly enough, about the cocktail, it's one of those cocktails after you've mixed it, as you drink it, you get that sweetness and that flavor that changes through every sip of it. You don't have that consistency.
Well, yeah, because you're getting a lot of that sugar will stay on the bottom.
But from what I understand, one of the changes that's happening in Brazilian bar culture is they're moving away from the actual great granular sugar to more of a simple syrup to make it
I don't like that.
make the cocktail.
It's basically a daiquiri at that point. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Yeah, I like the way the
the
sugar
grittiness.
it extracts the juices from the lime.
Yeah, you get that oil from the lime. It adds a whole other depth of flavor than just using lime juice.
I'm a big fan, I'm a big fan of it in the old fashioned, like a sugar cube. I like the gritty sugar at the end of the cocktail. I get it's not for everybody, but I like it that way.
Now I am curious.
It changes
because
the
we have Livio in the chat.
I think Livio's at the craps table by now.
Probably. But if you were making a caipirinha, what would you do? Would you do it the old style or would you do it the new style? It's an interesting question as somebody who serves in LA. What the difference?
Vegas.
Las Vegas,
But
LA.
LA and Vegas are both in Brazil.
Well, they are by the time I've had a couple of drinks. So, no, but I'm just saying.
I think the closest thing we have to Brazilian here is Iliam. He's from Colombia.
No, you actually have a Brazilian in the.
Oh, we do have
That's right.
Brazilian. Where is it?
Down.
Where's our Brazilian? We had a Brazilian here. Speak up or forever hold your.
If I have to show you my Brazilian, this is not going to be that kind of show.
Yeah, I was about to do the Brazilian joke. Yeah.
Hey, it's close to midnight, buddy.
Okay, it's Robson.
The sun isn't shining.
Leopoldo. I think I can't read because I need some glasses. But Leopoldo, Robson, what's the best way to make the caipirinha? Or would you actually change it because where you're from might be different?
Hey, Bonnie, I wish you would have made that in your slanted glass.
And what?
In your slanted glass. I love that thing.
I haven't made that in a while.
I've already had like 2 drinks. I don't need one that big.
So you're already slanted. You're already slanted.
Yeah. It'd have to be.
Hey, Jamie McKenzie's in the house.
Jamie.
Fantastic.
Hey, Rob, make your third cocktail.
Let's
brother.
do it. All right. I will be making.
We're making good time here, kids.
We are making good time. I might have time to make that Trevor's drink.
That's interesting, Stefan. That is interesting.
Also, listen, thank you everybody for
There
showing
it
up
is.
tonight. This has been a fun return to the drinking buddies. This is
Yes,
super fun
absolutely. So I will be making the maple martini. This is an original creation, basically using this maple eau de vie, which is from a local distillery. It's hard to, unless you have something like this locally. This is not like a maple whiskey, which is typically just like a whiskey that's sweetened with maple syrup. This is distilled maple syrup, so it's not sweet. It's essentially brandy unaged brandy made from maple syrup.
The
And it's
Miski.
really, what's that?
It's a Miski.
What's that?
Maple whiskey? Miski?
Oh, sure, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, who invited this
I
guy?
totally didn't get that. But
And while Rob's making
sorry.
his cocktail, our true Brazilian, Robson has said, you can't squeeze the lemon peel too much to avoid it getting sour. Just to get
Lime.
I wouldn't
juice out.
squeeze. I wouldn't
Hold on.
squeeze lemon peel at all.
Hold on,
Lime.
let him go. Just to get the juice out. Adding sugar syrup makes it better, and 2 ounces of cachaça. It can be blended also in a blend. Now that's an interesting thing because you can get a smoothness Now, do you filter it at that point to take out the solids, so you just have,
No, but but Dave, that's a thing in Brazil too.
Yeah.
To blend, to like make a blended like a smoothie with the limes and everything.
Yeah, that's
I
called
saw
that's a
video-
batida.
Yeah, is that what it's called? No. It's something else completely. What's this guy's name? Robson. Robson, what's the drink you guys make where it's actually like the whole thing is just blended?
It's a batida. It's technically smashed.
No.
No,
They have
like
a
a
drink where they actually,
Brazilian lemonade, isn't it?
it's like a smoothie.
Oh
Exactly.
no,
Somebody
that's
made it.
something
I can't
totally
remember who.
different. That's it's limonada actually. It's a Brazilian limonada.
Some shit. Who made that? Somebody made it.
I've seen it on like a foodie channel, not a
Yeah, maybe it
cocktail
wasn't. Maybe it wasn't someone in the niche. I feel like someone made it though.
You just got schooled, Rob.
channel. What's that?
Stefan just slapped you with it. It's not maple whiskey.
I didn't say there were. It was a. I said it wasn't a maple whiskey. I said you can't. Yeah, I said.
No, Jared said whiskey or some shit like that.
No. That's exactly what I said. I said you can't use if you can't really substitute this because you can't use a maple whiskey because maple whiskey is just whiskey sweetened with maple syrup. This is distilled maple syrup. So it's basically brandy, but instead of fruit, they're using maple syrup.
It's maple water. Just pour the tap.
It's maple water, yeah.
And just go.
Aussie wants to say something.
No. I've got a local version. This is distilled honey.
Was that
called?
I'm sorry. What is distilled? What?
Honey.
Yeah, that could work.
The distillery where they make this, they have beehives on the roof, and they distill, and they call it eau de vie because they like puns.
Eau de vie. I love it. That's better than
Eau de vie. That's what it is. Eau de vie. Right?
Eau de
vie is the French term for unaged brandy.
Unaged brandy, water of life.
No, but Rob, say it say it obnoxious like you normally do in French.
Eau de vie. You gotta have the hand signal. Eau de vie.
Say Courvoisier. So Courvoisier. That's the one that drives me nuts.
It's Courvoisier.
It's just
What is
it's not necessary.
Cavassier?
It's completely unnecessary.
Courvoisier.
Because it's an A sound.
That's right.
IERA.
Yeah, de vie.
Oh,
I love it.
I want to punch you through the
A
screen.
little extra Australian in there for you.
Eau de vie. Anyways, here it is, the maple martini. So 2 ounces of the maple eau de vie and 1 ounce of a local dry vermouth. And what's really nice about this one, it almost has a cinnamon flavor, which really pairs well with the maple. And then I got a couple bitters, maple walnut bitters, and just a touch of maple syrup to sweeten it. Even though it's a martini, you shouldn't really sweeten it, but in this it works. And it's so nice. This has, because it's distilled, it eats away all the sugar, so it's not sweet. Even though it's maple syrup, it's not sweet.
It's dry.
Yeah, it's dry. But there's that flavor and that creaminess, undertone of creaminess to it. It's really nice. They did a really.
Rob, have you made that since our video? Together?
No, I made it one. I made it. It's the third time. So I made it once to kind of test it out. I made it the second time when I shot the video for our collab, and then it's the third time.
Okay.
But it's a really nice one. I sent it to the distillery. They made a post on their website about it.
Cool.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just a really, really freaking
Yeah, so
nice.
you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Me and Rob made a video where we made a bunch of cocktails using maple syrup, and that was one of them. That was actually good. There was some good cocktails in that one, Rob.
Oh, check it out. Tim has a nice comment. He said, "Pass the Courvoisier."
Oh, he's in the song.
Yeah.
Just for you, Vino.
If you go to a pub here and you don't ask for Courvoisier, you're going to be in trouble. You get punched in the face for being a pansy, saying it that way, right?
Hey Andrew, what's the the national cocktail of Australia? What's the big cocktail there? In America, it's probably
I've never heard
Espresso
that.
martini. Everyone's doing
Really?
espresso martini. You guys love coffee, man.
With or without the Parmesan?
Oh yeah, that hasn't quite caught on here yet. Yeah,
I don't think it really caught on anywhere. I think it was just
No,
it
hasn't caught on.
It's a TikTok fad.
It was a
yeah. No, apparently everyone I know who works a bar has to make 1,000 espresso martinis a night.
It's kind of like England and their friggin' porn star martinis.
Porn star
Yeah.
martinis.
I remember.
I've still never had.
It's
good.
It's so
If it's made
sweet.
Oh,
It's
it's
so
it's-
They
overly
are
sweet.
so
I
sweet.
don't really care for sweet unless I'm having them.
I mean, when I did it, I took when I did my video on that, I actually mentioned Andrew Angry Cocktails because I said I made his version with a rum instead of a vodka, and just that is better. It's still
Yeah,
too
anything
sweet, but it's
better.
better.
Why would you use
Hold on,
vodka if you can use rum?
Rob. You have to highlight this Jamie comment.
Nope.
He says in Scotland, driving while drunk isn't illegal. Somebody fact check that.
What?
Somebody fact check.
I'm going
was
to
always
go
gonna say
with that
drunk
is
driver.
categorically not true.
Hey, in
I have to-
Scotland,
I
they're
have to
like the
think-
French. They do things a little bit different.
It could be true. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I
but
guess if the cop
somebody
that
fact
pulls you
check
over
that.
is also drunk, I mean, you might just
That's what it is.
you might just have a case, you know.
You probably get a ticket for not being drunk enough.
No.
I saw there's a funny Irish comedian where his wife was working in America, so he's
I'll do
getting
it. I'll check.
a medical insurance exam, and the American doctor says, "Do you drink?" And he goes, "Not really." And the doctor's like, "That's a yes/no question." And he goes, "Oh, then no, not compared to my friends." And the doctor's
Well, did you ever hear that joke about the was an Irishman, three Irish brothers who like they moved, you know, they used to always meet up at the bar for a pint, and every night or whatever, and then they all moved away, but they vowed that they would still every Friday night they would go to the local pub and wherever they were and have a pint for each of them. So they would go and have 3 pints back to back. So, and he was telling a story to local bartenders, like, you know, if you want, you don't have to order 3 pints at a time. You can order one, and I'll bring you another one. But he told them the story. He's like, no, this is one's for me, and the other 2 is for my brothers who are elsewhere in the world. He's all right. And then this has gone on for a while, and then one day he shows up and he only orders 2 pints. So the bartender's like, oh my God. He brings it to him. He's like, I'm so sorry for your loss. Like he assumed that one of the brothers passed away. The guy says, no. I quit drinking.
That's funny. That's good. That's good. Oh,
noise.
Oh wait, it's my turn.
Yeah, Vino, make a drink.
So I'm making the Lucien.
The
Gaudin.
Lucien Godin.
Lucien Gaudin.
Lucien Godin.
It's not German, but it sounds like
It's
it could be
French.
Lucien
It's
Gaudin.
Lucien Godin.
Lucien Gordon.
Geez, Rob, you
Lucien
just
Gaudin.
destroyed this whole drink for
And
me.
he
It's
was
like, now
a
he doesn't
fencer,
wanna
by
drink
the way.
I don't even want to drink it.
He was a fencer, by the way.
Was he a fencer?
Yes.
Well, that's offensive.
Oh wait, Rob, you've made this before, Dave?
Yes.
Well, I mean, when you make 3 drinks a week, I would think you covered most of the.
Whoa! Do you realize I have sitting by my computer more than 11,000 cocktail recipes?
Hot dang.
Damn.
And then I realized to myself, I'm going to have no liver and I'm going to be broken. But I'll still be around for a while.
My one liquor store has 3 brands. 3 brands of what?
I think
Cachaça.
Of cachaça? See,
You have cachaça in Australia, there, Austin?
I think there's a couple. Well, I think you used it before. Pretty sure you have. What do you
Where
got
is
there?
it? Show him, Rob. I
Cachaça.
want to see angry.
In fact, Trevor is correct. This was actually.
I want to see angry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
This was actually a.
It always does me by default.
There's my man.
What is that?
What is that? What is that?
Well, I know it's
No, but
cachaça,
what's it
but
called?
What's the brand?
Oh, it actually seems to be using a script that is not English, and it's Mr. Squiggle.
So you're just assuming it's cachaça.
Yeah, exactly. Probably like what's the Australian Walmart called? Walmart.
Costco?
Oh my God, you guys still
We
have
have
more
Costco.
down there.
Costco, really? No, Costco or
Costco does not sell a lot of alcohol here. Whenever I see people in the States,
yeah, I know. We
going
don't
to
have that.
Walmart and Costco,
The Kurt.
and it's
People are buying
massive.
like
they do
Kirkland
sell
brand
alcohol,
scotch.
but not that much.
I've seen guys on like Whiskey Tribe trying out the Kirkland brand scotch, and I'm like, are you kidding me? What the hell is that?
I want Tim. Tim? Do you buy Kirkland brand? I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense for Kirk. Yeah, Tim to be.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
You should have like the whole.
So listen, my
the whole
cocktail-
gamut,
where's my-
like from
where's my
vodka
recipe?
to scotch to tequila to the whole gamut of Kirkland spirits.
Hey, Rob, my recipe disappeared.
No, what did you not know how to make it?
No, I want people to see it. I want people to bask into my recipe in case they want to make it.
It was up for-
Maybe my subscriber Matt wants to make it. Use mine first. Use
It's
mine
mine
first.
first. You claim Matt.
Okay, I claim Matt.
Matt, come over to my channel.
Cheers to the Iceman and Sparkle.
Cheers.
Oh, that's a nice one. I'm having this one for the first time, actually.
The Lucien Godin. Can you say his name
Pretty good.
properly?
You know who would,
It's very
Andrew, you would love this.
This is a very nice cocktail.
He doesn't like
Campari.
Campari. Yeah, he doesn't like Campari.
Fucking
No,
hate
but you know
Campari.
what?
Sorry.
But that cocktail
gonna
is
fuck-
very nice. It's very, very
One
nice.
day, oh, man.
Yeah, Vino.
One day I'm gonna fucking go. I'm gonna go to Australia one day and just fucking when he's sleeping, just show.
I kind of want you to wear a GoPro to this parent-teacher thing. See how like it's gonna be wobbly cam the whole time.
I'm gonna look like Bonnie's glass.
I got
No,
two. These are my
What's that?
local substitutes. The Orange,
For what? Oh,
Orange
for the
Amaro.
substitutes. Yeah.
That's from a whiskey distillery. They made an Amaro, and this mob just tend to make gin and vodka, and they also made this bitter aperitivo. These are about like Aperol. This one's probably a bit more bitter than Aperol. This one is on a par with Aperol, I think.
So it's basically Campari for people that drink tea with their.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What were we saying in stress? Campari for puffers. It's just like.
Wait, who's next?
Who's
next?
Dave, did you make your third?
Hey, by the way, wait a second. Jared, did you make anything or what?
Me? Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah,
another.
drink.
You still sip? What are you, babies? You still nursing that thing?
No, this is the third one. What are you talking about?
Oh,
You've got to speak up and say stuff to us so we know. I got
Yeah, let us know
I
you're
got
drinking
armpit
more.
stains over here.
We're-
Just so
Sweating
you
my ass
know,
off waiting.
those other two guys, they talk a lot.
Who's this?
I think he's talking about me and you, Vino.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know,
I didn't want to
Sorry,
interrupt.
Dave. Sorry, Dave.
if,
that we
the,
don't
if the
give-
hat fits, right?
We don't give seminars on the taste of stuff.
What's wrong with the taste of stuff? Okay.
Taste of
The
stuff.
taste of stuff. That's why we
Did I
drink
ever tell
cocktails. We
you-
want something different besides just to get drunk.
Did I ever
I make-
tell you my Campari supervillain origin story?
No,
Yes, please
tell us
do.
more.
Okay. I think this is the whole reason I can't handle Campari. Like a long time ago, like 20 years ago, I was dating before I met my current partner, and
okay.
was in a bar in the Italian part of town, and trying to be cool, and I'm ordering a drink. And I thought I had Campari before, and we're ordering a drink at the bar, and there was bottles of Campari at an Italian place, and I went, "I'll have a Campari," because I thought I'd had it before. So this was an internet blind date, and I got Campari poured out, and we're just shuttling through things. There.
There we go.
That's the guy with the microphone.
There's
So-
the microphone guy.
Keep going with your story, Andrew.
So I'm on an internet blind date, and I've just ordered Campari because I think I've had it before, and I think I like it. And so I'm talking to this woman, and I take a sip of straight Campari, and I'm like, and I'm like, I can't on a date go, oh, I just ordered something horrible because I'm a goddamn moron. I had to pretend I liked it and just slowly drank a shot of Campari, and I'm just going,
I can tell that
Force it
relationship
down
didn't
and
go very
never
far.
betray that what it
You should
should
totally
be.
do like a recreation of this in a video.
It's actually Andrew, it's
reenactment.
surprising though. It's surprising that you didn't like earn your stripes right then and there. You're like, oh, I got this now.
Oh, no, it was. I think it just permanently traumatized me. And my brain can't handle Campari.
I mean, I think that's most people's first impression of a Negroni. I mean, I hated my first Negroni.
Yeah, I took a couple sips. I didn't hate the first Negroni. I hated the first few sips.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
just noticed
from
how,
the
I just
get-go.
noticed how
Okay.
fluorescent, Vino, I just noticed how fluorescent your drink is.
Yeah,
Yeah, huh?
That is
that is a
freaking
great-
fluorescent.
That is a
that
great
is wild.
drink,
Yeah.
and it's well
That's
balanced.
perfect for Dave's channel. Dave loves his fluorescent.
It's not blue
cocktails.
though. Dave only does blue drinks.
He goes all fluorescent now. He doesn't care.
What you're saying about the
No,
most
are you joining?
most popular local cocktail, sort of mainstream, is espresso martini, but the hipster one in Melbourne is Negroni. You go to the groovy bars, the Negroni is the drink.
Hey, Andrew, how popular is Steve's gin? Did you see it everywhere?
I think in his hometown they're bigger. You see them in some bars here. Oh my god, they just released a really limited run barrel aged one.
His stuff looks really good.
Which
All
I
of it's
ordered.
so cool.
I couldn't resist. And they also,
He's got a lot
I
of
thought
cool expressions.
they'd run out of this coconut one. I finished a coconut gin, but they still had some, so I ordered a refill of that because I'd used it up. But,
It's funny.
And they're really good.
Sean
They're
says
really
it was
good?
the Jungle
The
Bird.
gin?
I actually loved.
same thing.
Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. That's a good set of shows.
I actually loved my first Jungle Bird, and a mix of like sweet pineapple and rum, and then the Campari. I loved it so much that summer. This was like 3 years ago. I made so many Jungle Birds that I don't think I've made it since because I had so many that summer. But it's a friggin' good drink.
I remember I remember the Jungle Bird year for you, bro.
Yeah.
Recently.
It was a couple years ago.
Remember there was the live where you fell asleep. The Discord, some shit. Remember that?
Oh,
You
that's
remember that?
right. Okay, that was 2 years ago. It was
Yes, you
People
had like
people had to make sure he was still alive.
No, it's well. Okay, so what happened was
Yes.
I had the Jungle Bird, and then I had like a variation on the Jungle Bird, and then like after the live when we were on Discord, was it Andy, Cocktail Andy? He was like, "Have you tried it with mezcal?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I got to do it now."
Caribbean Andy.
Caribbean Andy. Yeah, Cocktail Andy. Caribbean Andy. And then I spent the next like hour like this. Wow.
Oh my god.
While you guys were wondering if I was alive.
Yeah.
And I remember Peter from Tribal Bar Guy. He like DMs me and goes, "Hey Vino, do you know his wife's phone number? Maybe you should call her."
And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ann and Andrew who stayed up until I was awake. And
They stayed with you?
I
Well,
think I woke up and it was like,
See,
people.
Andrew's just a big teddy bear.
I came in really late and everyone else was already going. And then so Anne and I were just talking like, is Rob dead?
I think it was the last time.
They're
I
waiting
got
for the
absolutely
paramedics
tanked.
to pull you off the table. But the cocktail
Well, the
I
first-
made, by the way, is called the Green Point. You want to throw it up there?
Oh, you made a drink. Okay, yes. I'm going to put that up on the slide. You're supposed to tell us when you're doing that.
I did, and then you just kept talking.
I tune things out.
Yeah, I can tell.
The Green Point. Okay, tell us
By the
about that
way,
drink.
our Brazilian buddy Rob Balaz, I hope I'm saying that right. He's saying lemon because I think, if I'm not mistaken, limes are called lemons in Brazil.
They're also slightly
Limon.
different too.
Yeah.
What is lemon called? Is it called citron?
I'm not sure. Hey Rob, what are limes and lemons called for you guys?
In French?
No, the other Rob, the Brazilian Rob.
Okay.
I don't care what you think. I don't want to hear the French version of that shit.
It's called citron.
Okay, just so you know, the Green Point, 2 ounces of a good rye whiskey. I used a little bit of the bullet.
What do you use? What? What
I
you
used
use?
a little bit. I used a little bit of the bullet.
You
So
didn't
it's
even
not-
use a Canadian rye. Come on
No.
now, Dave.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take away your Canadian card here. I'm sorry.
By the way, this is made with
Well, he's
Canadian rye.
almost American now, living near Alaska.
This is
true.
This is actually made with Canadian rye, so don't even try that with me.
green
actually-
lemons.
Okay, and you need a half an ounce of the sweet vermouth, a half an ounce of the yellow chartreuse, and of course you need a dash of orange bitters and Angostura bitters.
Of
Give it
course.
a bit of a stir. Technically, you're supposed to throw a lemon twist in there, but my lemon's upstairs in the fridge, so
The lemon got away.
you know I've asked a couple of times for things to come down to me. I was pushing my luck for a lemon, so my family loves me, but so
The lemon got away. That's funny.
that's interesting. There's a little bit of that rye bite. You get a little bit of the sweetness from the chartreuse and the sweet vermouth, but you don't get a huge herbal punch. It's a little bit more balanced. and the lemon I know for a fact would be fantastic in this. But I'm not.
You're really sad about the lemon.
I actually am. But just because it would give it that initial hit to your nose, right, and that just gentle, that slight taste up front.
Dave's lemons are his extra ice.
Hey, I even put ice in there.
Are you home at the bar? No.
Am I what?
You joined us for the last few minutes, brother.
Yeah, go on your Instagram. I just sent you the link. Do it now.
All of these Manhattan riffs named after Brooklyn neighborhoods are all good.
Yeah,
It's like I think the Manhattan template might be the most consistently delicious template.
Yeah.
I
No.
was Vino on that one.
Yeah.
It's a great template. It really is. David.
Yeah, the Negroni one is really close as well, but I think the Manhattan one.
You're
is
right, Trevor.
Spot on.
You're right. I could use some lime though if you want.
All right, Trevor. I'm gonna make that drink of yours. What was it called?
Oh snap!
But that,
All right, everybody, throw in.
That may be a shaken drink. So I may be breaking the rules.
Everybody in the comments, throw a stirred cocktail that you want us to make. We have room for maybe one more cocktail.
Yeah, but I think
if we have the
supper.
you don't have to.
What was that?
I haven't eaten supper.
No, you don't have to make it. Well, Rob's gonna make it.
Yeah, give Dave one with 151.
I don't have any 151.
Oh,
no, almost famous. Yeah, okay, but what?
Give me one with Amaro. I want one with Amaro.
Trevor, it's got lime, so I'm assuming it's shaken. And what am I serving it in? And with what?
It doesn't have to be shaken, by the way. That cocktail, all the ingredients.
Hey,
it seems to be. Well, there's lime juice though, so maybe it is shaken.
Well, you can shake it.
No sugar, Rob. Stir away. Okay, I'm stirring. He said stir.
I told you.
Let me go get the stuff. Talk amongst yourselves.
And you need to serve it in a coupe. Do it in a coupe. Beautiful presentation, please. Only the best.
Hey, Bonnie, what time is it in Tennessee?
It's the same time as it up in your time.
Yeah,
Is it East Coast?
I'm in East
you're
Tennessee, but like I'm really close to the cutoff point for Central Time.
So I thought you might be there. All right, okay. You don't have like a Tennessee accent.
Well, I feel like I have a non-regional accent.
You
have
a specific. You have a very unique speaking
My parents
style.
are from there, and then we moved to Georgia, and then I moved here. So
Now that explains it. Actually,
Mm.
you've got the Ohio.
I do feel like I picked up like the slow talking. Like YouTube, I noticed.
That's what I'm saying. That
really
you've got.
slow.
You've
I
got
talk
that.
like a lot
You've got
faster
that.
than I used to because of doing videos and seeing how slow I was going. But I've been here for like 11 years, 12 years,
Uh-huh.
so
Okay.
Whoa.
But your adult
Whoa.
years, so it's a little different. And Jared, where are you from again? You said Maryland.
No,
right?
Minnesota.
Oh, I thought you said Minnesota.
No.
So wait, do you have that Minnesota accent?
Everyone that I
Churches.
talk to is usually
Cross,
disappointed in my
apple.
accent.
Lime
Family
juice.
guy?
People watch the movie Fargo and they hear from I'm from Minnesota and they say, oh, you don't sound like that movie. And I'm like, you're right, I don't.
Can you do it? Can you do the accent?
No, I can't.
Come on.
I can try, but I won't do it right.
And Andrew, do you feel like you have an Australian accent?
I'm actually super bad at picking regional Australian accents. Some people are good at it. Most people would say I have a Melbourne accent, a little bit.
Wait, so there's regional Australian accents?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are.
Wow.
I'm really bad.
You're
at
not.
picking
You're
them.
not as
Just
like.
wait
as,
till he gives
you're
you
not
the
as
Paul
like
Hogan
Australian,
accent.
like the stereotypical Australian. You're not as much as like.
Yeah, he's not
like Aussie
Hey,
man.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
You're not Aussie- you're not Aussie
I'll
man.
do the tropical north, like Darwin and North Queensland. This is not an exaggeration. You'll get someone from Darwin on the news occasionally, and they're talking about, well, we were going down.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Okay, like
before.
Aussie man.
They're
Aussie man
so
reviews.
slow.
What regional accent would that be? Because he's hardcore.
Who's what?
Aussie man. Aussie man reviews.
He's putting it on a bit, but
Yeah, I think he is.
that's a western's outer suburbs, almost bush one, but not like super remote. He's kind of like where I grew up. I grew up in the middle of
Okay.
fucking nowhere. But town.
He
called
uses a
Dubbo.
lot of like that Australian slang and stuff, but I
Yeah,
think he
yeah.
probably,
I
he
like
probably
I feel
throws
like
that
Andrew
in
has,
there
like,
to make it more fun.
I feel like
you know?
Andrew's just like a posh Australian.
Oh
accent.
yeah, no. Again, if I go back to my hometown talking like this, someone's going to punch me because they think I'm gay. It's not very enlightened where I grew up. So
That's hysterical.
All right, I'm making this almost famous.
yeah.
See how it works
Yeah.
out.
Well, Rob, the amount of time it's taken you to make this, you might almost be famous.
We're gonna start with the sponsor of this show.
Oh, that was good. That was good, Dave.
Missing
That almost
cross.
went over my head. That almost went over my head. That was good.
Yeah, right. I wasn't on when you left.
Oh, we got someone in here. Is that Gnome?
Who's this?
Someone
Who
just
we
joined
got?
us. We got Gnome's Tavern
Who's this vagabond?
with no camera.
Hold on.
You got no camera, Gnome. You gotta get a camera going.
We have to pretend what we have to imagine what you look like. No.
No, because right
Imagine
now
a
he's holding
gnome.
up a bottle of
Right.
the finest spirit.
1 ounce
that
of,
you can
of
get.
yellow chartreuse, the second sponsor of this show.
That one's got a lot of shit. No, but no one has that. What? No, what's the
God is
spirit
dead.
that you did on my show?
Oh, Malart.
No. We did a collaboration where he showed he
Okay.
did a cocktail with
1 ounce of
a
Aperol.
spirit specific to New Orleans. Shit, no, what was
That'd be
it?
Sazerac whiskey.
No,
I've got a
it was
bottle
like a
of Sazerac.
liqueur. It was sweet. Oh, what the hell's going on here?
And 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice or lime juice.
I guess Gnome showed up drunk.
Hey, he's been testing the Malort. Come on.
There he
Hey!
is. There he is.
Hey.
All right.
God is dead. We killed him, man. It took me a while.
No, from New Orleans. So at some point, he's gonna
I
show
am
us his tits,
okay.
so-
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm loving the.
So I'm
aroma
gonna get
coming off of
beads.
this.
Who's got beads? Who's got beads?
So I used to work at the Sazerac house, and we had like a little glass area so you could like peek in and watch it work. And one time, one of the distillers was working, and a lady said, "Can I come in?" And he's like, "No, you can't." And so she showed him his tits, and she's like, "I can come in now, right?" He's like, "No."
I'm spilling.
That only works in the French Quarter.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm married. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe."
All right, Trevor, what am I
was the
garnishing
spirit
with?
that you used on my show?
Garnish.
For the video we made. What was
Lemon,
that?
orange.
What spirit?
The spirit you used for the collaboration we did together for the
that local
Mardi
one?
Gras cocktails. It was a local one.
Oh, Happy
Keys,
Raptors.
maybe some shit. No,
Yeah,
Happy
no.
Raptors. This guy's plugging his company. Come on, what are you talking about?
Nothing wrong
Imagine
with
that.
that.
How shameful is this?
Just drink it. I
No,
will just
It
drink
was like it had like I think you said like it was like an anise kind of flavor.
Oh, herb sack.
Oh no, are you? What the fuck's going on right now?
Oh, Pims. Pims
Just throw out
stuff.
random shit, man. Yeah,
Pims.
just throw-
Where's that? Oh,
Vino, he doesn't understand your Brooklyn accent. Come on.
All right,
Is
I've
that
been
what
trying
it
this
is?
almost
That's
famous.
it. Yeah, there it is.
Come on, Rob. Rob's trying to get famous. Let him have the drink.
Oh, Anne's heading off. Bye, Anne.
Bye, Ann.
Cheers.
Bye, Ann.
Bye,
We love you,
Ann.
dog. We miss you. We miss you, Ann.
Well, that is freaking good. That is really freaking good.
So I was going to show you. This is one of my weekend projects. This blood orange peel. It's in 95% alcohol Polish spiritus.
Nice.
That's it's been in that for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to add the rest to it: some vodka, some syrup, some water to make a liqueur, and then I'm going to barrel age it for a couple of months. So
Now, what did you make? You made one recently. What's the difference?
yeah, that was my test. And that worked really
okay.
well. Like I just sort
And
of
now he's going to make
I-
something you
I
really
liked
like.
it, so I make some more.
It looked really good. It looked
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so I'm going to make about 1 liter of this and barrel age it for a couple months. Maybe break it out around Christmas. And we'll see.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys don't follow Andrew, he's at Angry Cocktails. He makes a lot of cool stuff. Like he just makes shit up. This guy literally throws it at the
he
wall,
especially
sees the
makes a
sticks.
lot of Campari and vodka videos.
And
I do.
He's also
Yeah,
48
yeah.
away from 1,000.
Yeah.
he's almost at 1,000.
Oh yeah,
Either
guys,
way.
let's get him to
He really
1,000.
loves
Jeez,
coffee,
40
too.
of you. Come on, go.
Hey, Coffee's
Gnome,
fantastic.
Gnome is almost at 500, guys, and that's our little buddy at the bottom.
Right,
So if we can
it's-
get that guy to
Little
500,
buddy
that's
at the
fantastic.
bottom.
I will.
Yeah, that little buddy at the
buddy-
bottom there. That little guy at the bottom.
Let me tell you what happened. I was at 498,
Why-
and
why
then
you put your
YouTube
dog
took away
at the back of the
5
bus?
subs from me.
God damn it. All right.
I was about to make 4 new Gmails to
You
get
know
to
what?
500. And look at they took it away from me.
Okay, what's the?
Bonnie said, Bonnie, what did you have to say?
I don't think I've actually ever had the naked and
They
famous.
were
What is
bots.
the naked and
Like
famous?
the
a great
five
idea,
that
Jamie.
were taken away were bots. You don't want them.
Oh yeah,
I want
hated
that.
that shit. When I was trying to crack 1,000, those fucking
Dude,
bots,
I
man,
guess
they made
we
me
get
so
closer to
frustrated.
1,000. I'm there. Too.
You know, Bonnie, when the robots take over, they'll remember my show because I was a home for them.
Yeah, I mean AI is big right now, so
Yeah.
we can embrace the robots.
Hey Rob, this Jamie
was
makes a good
shabby.
point. I think when we go live, Rob, you should put it on Reddit. Just put it on
Yes.
Reddit. Maybe people who and they might just join.
They
Jamie
might.
makes a good point. Thank you, Jamie.
Yes.
Thank you, Jamie. You're a good. You win a star. You're gonna win a star for tonight.
Okay, start singing that song. Come on. You know
Yeah,
which one,
good
Vino.
point.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That was fun.
What's the song? Tell me the song.
I don't know. Something by Sinatra. Come on. There's got to be something with
Oh,
Sinatra.
No, we
Swinging
can't
on-
sing
swinging on
anything,
the
Dave.
stars.
We'll get
That's the one.
demonetized.
Swinging on a star. That's actually Fred Astaire made
Has
that.
anybody
This one?
commented on Coach Vino with the long sleeves, the white beard, and the baseball cap? Like, looks like every coach of a Pee Wee football team right now.
Wow, Vino.
Coach Vino.
I'm
I
going to
hope one
show
day
you
my
how
kids
to
play
swing
in,
it really
Pee Wee.
high.
Yeah. Like the guy has to bite his tongue so he doesn't say you just suck.
What if I turn my head backwards?
Yeah. Ash Ketchum style right there.
Now you're squatting to catch everything.
Yeah.
Now I look like I'm arguing with the Empire.
Wow. Back in the senior championship game in
Okay,
1998.
are we?
No, what is it? Al Bundy. Al Bundy
Hey,
at the football.
Link is saying.
Link,
are we
yes,
taking
we will
questions from the
take a
audience?
question. Yes,
Yes,
what are you
we'll
looking
take
for?
questions.
What's your
Audience.
question, Link?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we
I don't know
might,
if
we
any of
might
us
give
are
a
qualified.
bad answer.
I'm not sure any of us are qualified to answer, but go ahead.
That's the classic. Can I ask a question? Well, you just did.
and the answer is yes. You can ask a question.
But actually,
Ask
no,
another
That's
one.
also how most.
Link
That's
put it
also how
right.
most.
Link didn't say, "Can I ask a question?" They said, "Are you taking questions?"
Well, we are.
Yeah, because
Or
you
you-
can
we
ask
can.
whatever question you want.
Yes.
But are we going to take it?
What is the
Well, that
origin?
depends on how we propose it.
What is the
Question.
meaning of
What is
life?
the origin of the word?
A
Let's
train
go.
traveling
Let's
south at 20 miles per hour.
Andrew,
The answer
how
is
does that
frickin'
make
no.
you feel?
Hold on. So Rob Balaz says, "Naked and famous with rum, agricole, and lemon," which I mean, I'm assuming he means lime instead of mezcal. No, wait, no.
Oh yeah,
He
no,
never
he said
answered my
lime there,
question.
so he's meaning lemon. This guy's a lemon.
But he
fan.
kept saying lemon for the caipirinha, though.
Maybe he's a lemon fan, more the lime fan.
Oh, he's a rebel.
No, actually,
He's a
Can't be
truth be
tamed.
told,
Yeah.
the very first caipirinha I
he
ever had
cannot be tamed.
was lemon.
Exactly.
Hey, it's
It wasn't
2023. All right, don't judge people on their lemons or limes. All right.
I want to get canceled because of my lemon lime.
Yeah.
The price of limes here at the moment, if you chop a whole one up and make a caipirinha, the lime's more expensive than the booze you put in.
Yeah.
The limes,
It's
the
true.
limes in Australia, man.
Then
Well, I
why
mean,
is the
and also
price
like
crazy?
here,
Plant a
just
few
here
lime
recently
trees.
here that the price doesn't change, but the size of the freaking lime, you get one this big versus one like this friggin' big. It's crazy.
You're getting
Okay,
lines.
so Link has a question up here.
Oh, wow.
Does anyone have any high-end or
high-end?
rare bottles of Grand Marnier, like Grand Marnier, Cuvée 1880 or higher?
I just got the standard Grand Marnier.
Yeah, it's their standard. I'm
So-
basic, bitch.
I would love to have a bottle.
I've got the Kirkland brand.
and I can't get it up
The
there.
he's not even basic, bitch.
That's not so grand.
Well, this,
He just got Marnier.
So what is everybody's most expensive
He's
bottle?
just regular Marnier.
Most expensive?
Yeah.
Probably. I'll show you mine. Probably.
I would say this is probably mine.
Did I hear glass break, Rob?
My Blue Label is my most
Man,
expensive.
I have a
must
bottle
be a
of
cowboy fan, right?
He is.
No, not even close. The Giants are called Big Blue.
So this Lefroy Glore is about 200 something. And I had a bottle and it fell and it broke. And then I had to buy another one.
broke it?
So technically I consider this a $400 bottle because I had to go through one before. But then there's also this Middleton Irish coffee extra rare. It comes in a nice box.
That is a cool.
Well, my rarest
Even though
bottle
it's
Link's asking about the rarest bottle. This is my rarest bottle.
Seriously.
This is my-
So this one, I mean, it looks super fancy. It's all right.
This is probably my most expensive, just from a local distiller, because it's only a 500 ml bottle. Cost me $170. So,
Oh, jeez.
107 Australian or American?
yeah, that's right. This would be the equivalent of paying about $100 for an American whiskey.
Actually, I was expecting you to, Andrew, I was expecting you to go, this is my most expensive. This is lime juice.
Yeah. Andrew, how many
had to take out a
strudels is
mortgage.
that? That's about 40 strudels, right?
I think mine is a Japanese Shinobu.
Ooh.
Oh, the Japanese whiskeys.
Yeah, it's I have a very hard time getting them, even where I was in Ontario. So I always tried to buy one. They're well over $100 each, and so I sip them very slowly.
How about you, Bonnie? What's your most expensive
I
bottle?
think it's this one. It's like Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select.
Oh, I
Is
would
it
look
about
for that one.
150
I
when I got
had
it.
that.
I don't know what it's.
You
going
had?
for
You
now.
drank it all?
I drank it.
Yeah.
I celebrated
And
with it. It was
honestly,
birthday, wedding.
I feel like if I was like gonna sell, yeah, like my almost full bottle of green chartreuse is probably like worth almost as much as this.
But
I do mostly mixing, so I don't have anything too crazy.
Have you cracked open the Sinatra yet?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
actually tried this like several years ago. We were at this place in Deadwood, South Dakota, and we tried it and liked it. And then I saw it locally, so I was like, the box is cool. It's got, like, a
Iceman's
little,
here stealing
like,
bottles
book
from
with
people.
it. Why not?
Don't let
it's
Iceman
not,
into your bar.
It's not terribly different from number 9 or whatever it is. It's
Yeah,
not from the
and then
regular
there's
Jack.
like a Sinatra Century that you can't find anymore. That's like
Yeah, that was very limited.
$700.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, like this is just good.
Yeah, that was about 5 years ago, maybe that one. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
So this I think I could declare my rarest because it was just a one-off someone did. Like you literally could. I don't think it's possible to get this anywhere in the world. Bittermans, the mob who make bitters. They were trying to make a cinnamon liqueur, and when someone was putting the stuff in the still, they read the directions wrong.
Oh, no.
10 times too much cinnamon in it. And it came out, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And the guy says, "Oh, wasn't that 1,000?" And they go, "No, it was 100." But then they tasted it, and they went, "Oh no, it's kind of like a really extreme Amaro." And so it's I'm gonna make a video with this soon. So they just call
So much cinnamon, it became bitter.
yeah.
It's kind of like the Angostura label. How there was a mistake.
Yeah,
I love that
And
story.
then
That's my
they just
favorite
ran with it.
cocktail history story. The label of the
Yeah.
Angostura.
They just
All right,
call it
folks. Well,
winter
listen.
Amaro.
It is Rob. It's 11
Yep.
on the dot.
It is. Well, I still have 10:59. I'm just saying.
This 2 hours went by so fast.
It did.
Guys.
It did,
Honestly,
absolutely.
it was so much.
Hold
fun.
on. I didn't say my most expensive bottle.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh shit! Got you here.
And the rarest, green shirt.
It's
I had to
it's not
punch
Malort.
3 old ladies. That's no. I have a bottle of Armagnac that I just polished off. That was like what?
Oh, Armagnac. That's fantastic stuff.
It was 31, and I turned 31. That's why my parents gave it to me. So like,
Ugh.
listen, yeah.
No.
You're 31. Holy cow, you're young.
I know.
Oh, it must be nice.
I got
Rob,
I
you
got
did-
knees that are 65 though. So.
So apparently,
did the
we're
very not
supposed to all
subtle
do a
yawn.
shot. Of
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but I can't do that because I can't do
I also
that.
have I have a 2-month-old. I have not slept.
It is
Well,
every drinking buddies requires a final shot before we sign off.
That's
All right.
true.
Okay,
Yes.
then.
What are we doing?
What are we
gotta
doing?
find
What are we
something-
doing?
Always.
We don't have Malort.
Should we do a green chartreuse shot since we've been?
That's a waste of green chartreuse.
I would enjoy it.
How many people are monetized? That's like who should be doing the green chartreuse.
I can't.
Yes,
even
you're a
get along
YouTube
with it.
millionaire. Drink your green chartreuse.
Yeah. Doesn't YouTube
Oh,
send you that?
We've got a lot left.
Hey, I have like a
I'll do it, but I
375
just
mil
think it's
that's
a
like
waste.
that much left.
All right, we'll do the shot of your choice. How about that?
Well,
We'll just do the shot of your choice.
So this is actually the rarest
But
bottle.
everybody say what you're gonna shoot.
This is actually the rarest bottle because I won this bottle and they fucked up the label and that's why they gave it to me.
Okay,
It is
this
barrel aged,
is
rested.
North of 7 Canadian whiskey. It's from a little distillery in Ottawa, and if these guys were in Kentucky, it would be a bourbon. It is that good, and it is good.
Is it that good?
Bourbon doesn't mean good. Bourbon just means bourbon, right?
No, okay, sorry. Let's be honest. It would be a good bourbon.
Okay.
I think we did. I think we did a shot
let
of
me
Smith and Cross
clarify
last
that.
time.
My only Canadian whiskey I'm gonna follow Dave is something called Ellington.
All right.
I need to get rid of this shit.
We're
I'm
doing
gonna do a shot of
You
Canadian.
want to talk about Canadian bourbon? I'm going to do a shot of this Last Straw corn whiskey cask strength, and it's 64%.
I was
All
about to
right,
say,
all right. What else? Okay, what do we got? Noam, what are you doing?
we didn't fight the British for you to say Canadian bourbon. That's our word.
I didn't say
No,
Canadian
wait,
bourbon.
no, what are you shooting?
I
No, what are you
said
shooting?
corn.
Oh, I'm gonna do some barrel rested Malort for you guys.
Oh,
Hey,
my.
Bonnie, what are you doing, Bonnie?
I'm gonna do the new riff that I had in my old.
I think we
bottle
did,
earlier.
Rob. I think we did a
Nice.
shot of.
Jared, what are you doing, Jared?
I've got the
I'll do a shot of
Transcontinental
Angle. I
Belize
love Angle.
2006.
Hold on. What was that, Jared? Say it again.
Transcontinental Belize 2006. Rum.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Should I?
Andrew, we won't expect you to do anything, but if you do,
No, I'll do a shot. This is
Sweet.
barrel aged version of that honey eau de vie I had earlier.
Okay.
50% ABV, 100 proof.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll let
Nice.
audience
It's
decide. Do I do the corn
Okay,
whiskey or do I do a shot of Ango?
I'd like
Mix
to
them together.
Ooh,
Yeah.
old fashioned
Half-half?
shot.
Half?
half and half.
yes,
Half and half. Let's do it.
Half and
Let's
half.
do half and half.
And
That's
everybody
gonna
else,
be
everybody
painful.
else in the chat, if you're taking a shot with us, let us know what you're taking a shot of.
Yeah.
I have to find a knife to pop off the cap.
Oh, man.
Don't use a knife. Use a screwdriver. Jam
Leslie,
it down.
thanks
You
for
gotta
stopping
drink the
by,
entire
brothers.
bottle.
Thanks for being with
I
us.
got it. All right, I got the whiskey in there. I'm gonna get the Ango in there.
All right.
All right.
Sweet. To the YouTube community, to the drinking buddies, cheers.
Come by.
And it's great to have you all here.
Cheers.
Donche.
Cheers, everyone. Slancha.
Oh, that is so good.
Oh my God.
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
Half Ango, half cask strength whiskey. That's nice.
Well, listen, thanks again to everybody who stopped in tonight. This was such a great return to the drinking buddies.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I had a blast.
This has been a lot of fun.
I had
Oh
a
God!
blast.
Okay, we
Always
just
fun.
have to. Can we all just take a moment to shame Iceman
Why?
for his
It's
shot of
coconut
Malibu?
rum. It's
Oh,
coconut
can I tell
rum.
a story about shots of Malibu? I went into a dive bar in New Orleans. It was like a biker bar. It was me and my buddy, and I said, "You order the shot, I'll pay for it." And
And
this
he
dude
ordered
screams
Malibu?
at the top of his lungs, 2 shots of Malibu because they're yummy. And I was just like, no, we're not doing that.
Because they're yummy. I love it.
And everyone at the bar, like, it was like a record stop, and they looked at us. I was just like, yeah, we'll take 2 shots of your
Because
strongest.
they're yummy.
All right. Well, look from your Pee Wee League coach dad, and the rest of the drinking buddies. Thank you guys. We love you, and remember, when life gives you lemons,
Make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.
Have a
Always.
everyone.
Check your
fantastic day,
bartender.
everybody.
Yeah, do that too. Cheers, everyone.